がつきな予感 Alright 君のもとへ向かうよどんなに明日が早くたって今の自分を素直に話し合える場所今すぐ行くよ Everyday ちょっと最近忙しくしてて連絡できてない2週間もう君不足まるで恋人一人笑えちゃった午前0時ほらティックタックティックティックタックティック流れる時はすごく早いけどほらリンリンランリンリンラン近くにいるような予感 Alright 君のもとへ向かうよどんな一日を過ごしてたって会えばいつでもいつもの二人に戻れるだから行くよ So everyday 久しぶりのメールねえねえなんかさ落ち込んでるみたいなテンションなんでもないよ笑えるその嘘すぐに飛び出してた午前0時 Alright 君のもとへ向かうよどんなに明日が早くたって今の自分を素直に話し合える場所今すぐ行くよ Everyday Alright 君のもとへ向かうよどんな一日を過ごしてたって会えばいつでもいつもの二人に戻れるだから行くよ So everyday So everyday So everyday 君と出会って何年経ったんだろう気にしないくらい一緒にいるね君とお休み今日もするんだろう電話かけてしまう午前0時ほらティックタックティックティックタックティック似てるようで似てない二人ほらリンリンランリンリンラン話がつきな予感 Alright 君のもとへ向かうよどんなに明日が早くたって今の自分を素直に話し合える場所今すぐ行くよ Everyday ちょっと最近忙しくしてて連絡できてない2週 してたって会えばいつでもいつもの二人に戻れるだから行くよ So everyday久しぶりのメールねえねえなんかさ落ち込んでるみたいなテンションなんでもないよ笑えるその嘘すぐに飛び出してた5000ページ Alright 君のもとへ向かうよどんなに明日が早くたって今の自分を素直に話し合える場所今すぐ行くよ Everyday Alright 君のもとへ向かうよどんな一日を過ごしてたって会えばいつでもいつもの二人に戻れるだから行くよ So everyday So everyday So everyday君と出会って何年
Hello, 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 hello. Do you hear me? Hello. Hi, Sniper. Hi, Raven. Hi, Furkan. Hi, Chibi. Hi, Sid. Hi, Halo. Hi, Ocelot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, there's a valley. Surprise! Surprise! Ouch, I hit my leg. How you doing, everybody? Wait, where's my game? Disappeared. Oh, here it is. It reappeared. Everything is fine. Okay. How's the desktop audio? It was kind of loud on my side. I'm not sure. Like. What do you mean say nothing? What? You're not talking to me? Hi, Money. Is Steam Prison where you get sent to if you make Valve? I don't know. We will see. We will see. Hopefully there's some kidnapping involved. One can hope and dream. Hi, Mario. We will see how this one works out. I mean, actually in the last like Nightshade was the one I played. I was not doing too bad. Hakoki was more a tragedy. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah, also, we don't talk about the first one. We don't talk about the Mafia one, the Bululone one, where I was pretty much a house slave with benefits. It's an otome game. called Steam Prison. It was kind of like a Steam recommendation. So I was like, let's try this game. I haven't played an otome game in a while. Yeah, that sounds pretty sweet, right? It was amazing. It was amazing. You finished the redstone build. Oh my god. Yeah, next week I'm gonna play some Oh, I forgot to post the schedule. I'm gonna do that later. Yeah, then next week I'm gonna do some Minecraft and check out all the builds people have done in the meanwhile. So, okay, I guess we just start this thing. Hello, start up. Cyrus Tistella! What is this name? Cyrus Tistella? Yeah. Thing is, often when you keep the name, then they sometimes call you by your name, like the voice actors. But Cyrus Tistella, I mean, this is tragic. Tragic. Oh god. Need to be Chad Thunderkong. Okay, no, I'm sticking with the default name. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I pressed. Oh, I cannot change the last name. Okay, then whatever. Yes. We start the game with this name. It's fine. Darkness. Okay, that's a good start. Oh, wait. At first there was nothing but a starless black void. Then I began to come back to my senses, starting with smell. Great. I could smell dust. I could smell perfume. And a moment later, my sense of touch returned. My fingers were drenched in warm liquid. As I flexed my knuckles, I came to an important realization. I existed. Wow. I was alive. I opened my eyes, letting light into the void. I'm at home. My vision blurred every time I took a breath. It was hard to focus on anything. There was a stinging pain on the back of my head. But at least I had to get up. I took 2 deep breaths, then climbed to my feet. Standing proved easier than I expected. My mind was sluggish. My thoughts moved like mud. I didn't know why I was there. I didn't know how I'd come to be unconscious. I didn't know what... No, I knew what I could smell. I could smell blood. Ooh. Is this a murder mystery? I turned. There were 2 figures sprawled on the floor. No, it can't be. Father, mother. Why? Who would do this? Probably me. I couldn't imagine the culprit, much less the motive that was behind a shocking scene like this. Questions overwhelmed my thoughts like a noisy crowd. My heart began to race. My gaze caught that of my reflection. It was me! I am the murderer! I had killed them. Good start. Already a murderer. Amazing. Yeah, oh, what? We couldn't afford writing lyrics. Hello! I can feel myself falling apart. This is great. one? Ooh, wee, wee, wee. Of course, there's a Megane guy. A world long bound within the bars of a cage. What? This kind of reminded me randomly of a book that I read 2 days before the case. No, you did not misread it. I changed it, okay? I changed it. I wrote it on Twitter. I said, I changed the stream. Because I tried this tarot. There's like a game. Hi, Machine Gun. For tarot. And I was like, yeah, I kind of don't feel like it. So I was like, let's do otome instead. Right, nothing new. Right. I change like the wind. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. The time. It's already noon. I'd like to sleep a little more. I can relate to that. But then I'll be late. Wait, it's noon and you want to sleep more? Okay, I cannot relate then, I guess. Fall over like grass in the wind. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Jero! Welcome. I climbed out of bed. As I dressed, I checked what the sky was like out the window. I need to sneeze. And it's gone. It looks like a fair enough day. It didn't matter much to me what kind of day it was, except for those times when bad weather made my work difficult. What work? That's it. I put on my familiar uniform and buckled my sword belt, then straightened up in front of the mirror. My skin was clear and healthy, and I was in high spirits. That's a random thing to say. Egal. If nothing else, I never feel run down. Well, that's admirable. My job required a lot of physical exercise. I couldn't compete with my colleagues in terms of physical strength, but my endurance and fortitude were excellent. The only remaining step in my routine was to comb my hair. Alright, time for another day of work. Yeah, also check my skin more like, oh my god, my skin is so fresh and clear. Yeah, that doesn't happen. I went to the dining room for a bite to eat. Wow, we're rich. We are rich people. Good day, mother, father. I made sure to acknowledge the servants as well. We have servants. Oh my god. With a polite... as well with polite nods. Okay. I can't spend a day sleeping. I'm on duty this afternoon. I just spent the whole half day sleeping, so... My mother knelt in front of a small statue to pray. Oh. I joined her and closed my... No. We're rich and religious. Oh no. And we have servants. Are we the bad guys? Are we the bad guys? May today be uneventful. The only man who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. We prayed to Yune Sekie. He was our country's greatest saint. Okay. He was ageless and immortal. Blessed by God, he was our hierophant, and we worshipped him. Oh my god. Have a good night, Mario. Thank you for coming by. Just start a game by killing someone. Yes. Maybe I'm... We will see. I asked the servants to bring my meal. Oh my god. Okay, but at least I'm not the maid this time. I have servants. I have maids. This is a step up. My father turned his attention away from the newspaper and towards me. I tensed a little. How is the voice volume, like, compared to the background music? I feel like it's a little bit... The music is a little bit loud, I feel. There's no need for you to worry. Doing what I love is energizing, not exhausting. And I clearly don't work for the money, because we're rich as hell. Wait, let me... Can I... how do I get into the options? I don't. Okay, great. It's quite... Nah, I feel like the music is kind of... Oh, here. Menu. Configuration. Okay, the voices are all on pretty loud. Sound. BGM. Let's turn down the BGM a bit. And the voice volume up. Okay. Let's try this again. I sit down on a chair, nodding empathically? Really? Is that how you say that? Empathically? Empathically. Ugh. You both worry far too much about me. There isn't any reason to. You can see for yourselves how healthy I am. We had a variation of the same conversation almost every day. It's heartwarming that they care so much about me, but it's also kind of suffocating. I'm an adult. I know my limits. Oh great, I'm an adult, guys, which is already great. You know, it hasn't always... I think the last two games I was 16. And the love interests were like significantly older. I'm an adult. This is a good start. I mean, except that I killed my parents, but let's move on. There's truly no cause for concern. I complete my duties and then come back just as I always do. I'm a police person? Okay. I could... In your... Yeah, being rich? No, I'm afraid I couldn't have become a politician. Oh, he's a politician. Oh my god, we're the bad guys. We're the bad guys. Sitting still irritates me, and being quiet for hours would have been unbearable. Mother, we went through this a long time ago. My reason then still stands. I want to protect the weak. Oh my god. I kinda hate myself. Even if we'll never see eye to eye, you agreed to support me in my ambition. Please don't go back to trying to dissuade me from it. You better not, Mom, or I kill you. I appreciate it. And I'm deeply grateful that you've given me the freedom to pursue this career despite my high birth. Thank you. Wait, I kind of want to turn on the voices a little bit louder still. Voice volume. Let's do the max voice volume. Yes. I have a bad feeling. I began to eat as I waited for my father to speak. Oh my god, they want to get me married. Yeah, the mustache is kind of pitiful, but maybe it's a fashion statement. I choked on my food. My mother nodded as I spluttered. Yes, today.
結婚式忘れていないわよね。
The wedding? I'm getting married? Already? Maybe a little? I gave a wry grin, wiping away the tears from my coughing fit.
あらあら。何その返事は。結婚するのは自分でという自覚はあるのかしら。
Oh, okay. I'm getting married. Okay. Somewhat, I suppose.
困った子ね。10代とは
I'm not yet 20. Okay, I guess I'm like 19 or something. Okay, that's fine. I can work with 19.
自分のことなのだからもっとちゃんとなさい。
So who am I getting married to? I'm sorry. In my country, adulthood begins at 16. Oh. Once compulsory education comes to an end, so I'm still I'm still 16. Oh, great. So, yeah, I guess. I was like, okay, at least 19, right? Oh, great. At that age, we can find employment, drink alcohol, and the temple begins to send out marriage notifications. It's not like I think of myself as a child. I don't know what to say. My father pressed the attack with a broad smile. The attack?
相手はあのエヴァンス家のフィッツ
Fitzgerald Evans?
エヴァンス家とつながりを持てるなど鼻が高い。
Oh god, is he old?
失礼のないよう挙式を滞りなく進めたい。そのためにもドレスの試着をしてくること。わかったかい？
Yes. Their stares made me feel deeply uncomfortable. If I attempted to drag any of the servants into the discussions, they'd have taken my parents' side for certain. What am I going to do? Oh. My colleague is here. Goodbye.
試着は
Have a wonderful day, both of you. Goodbye. Hey, Talasi. Thanks for the resub and welcome. Twitter just told me, yeah, that's Twitter's job, actually.
あの子ったら本当に分かっているのかしら。
I don't understand anything. So who's my
おはよう
husband
ご
to
ざい
be?
ます。今日もよろしくお願いします。
Eh? Finn! Oh my god, that's weird. My nephew's name is Finn, so that's a no then, I guess. That's super weird. Okay. Thank God you're here. You're my savior.
助かったとはどういうことでしょう。
My gallant knight, come to save me from obnoxious parents. Great job, Finn. You'll make it far in the force.
はい、さっそうでもないような。よくわかりませんけど、喜んでもらえたなら嬉しいです。さあ、行きましょうか。
Sure, time to protect peace and fight crime. Yes, Finn agreed, smiling softly. Finn's last name was Euclase, and he was a rank 1 officer at a temple like me. What's Euclase? I don't think that's how you say it. Euclase? Euclase? I don't even know. Under ordinary circumstances, police officers always patrolled in pairs. Finn was my partner, and we had been serving together since the beginning. He was 4 years older than I was, though. Despite our ages, I thought of him as a younger brother. What? Because of his gentle and quiet personality, okay? If Finn hadn't arrived, who knows how that would have ended. Well, you probably would have to put on the dress. That sounds like a nightmare. Marriage. I didn't actually forget about trying on the dress. I mulled over what my parents had said, sighing. Finn didn't hide his worry as he walked beside me, asking questions in his timid way.
ご両親と何かあったんですか？
Rich people, right? Yeah, they told me to go and try on some dress again. Why are you laughing?
すみません。キルス様が面倒くさがるとは 珍しいなと思いつい。俺男なのでわからないんですけど、ドレスを着るのってそんなに大変なんですか？
Nah, I don't hate it because it's difficult. When I said dress, I meant wedding dress.
ああ、ご結婚用の。なるほど。キルス様はあまりご結婚に興味がないんでしたよね。
Not particularly, not at all, it's more like it. Don't you think it's pretty annoying?
そうでしょうか。知人の姉などは憧れだと言っていましたが。
Looking forward to it? It's just a pain, isn't it? First, there are all those meetings, like when you see him for the first time, then you have to prepare for some stupid ceremony. There's so much dumb stuff, so it's something that's just meant to continue the family. Which is actually quite important, to be honest. Ah! I want to focus on police duties instead. Yeah. I feel like that's better for myself and for the country. I'm so important. Don't you agree?
あなたらしいですね。
Of course it is. I said it. And nodded at Finn in agreement. The problem is my parents. Especially my mother. She's just way too happy. You think it was her you think it was her who was getting married, not me?
確かに。ですけど、わからなくもないですよ。相手は、両家の方なんですよね。
Lord Fitzgerald Evans, yes. I want to see this guy.
エヴァンス家。ほんと、両家どころの話じゃないですね。俺にとって雲の上の人です。
So he's super duper rich. Oh my god. What are you talking about? I'm marrying a human, not a saint.
それはそうですが、エヴァンス家といえば爵位を有する貴族。俺みたいなものにとっては近づくのもためらわれるようなお方です。
My parents just don't understand how important I am to the country, right? Are they really that imposing? I apparently didn't do any research into my future husband. Nobility only really exists in name these days. Even my family has some titles.
いえ、名ばかりでは多少は違うと思いますよ。振る舞いとかしきたりとか。俺は貴族ではないのでわかりませんけど。
Oh, he's low-born. I shouldn't even talk to you, peasant.
とにかくその良き縁に恵まれてよかったですね。
Yeah, for the Tistella family anyway. But for me?
受け入れづらいですか。
I gave Finn a pained grin. The people marry whoever the government designates and have children. I understand that this is very important for the future of the country, but as a wife, it will be expected for me to quit my job when it's time for me to devote myself to motherhood. But when I think about having to leave the work I love, even temporarily, in a not-so-distant future, all I feel is annoyed. Hi, Peter. Hi, Makina.
なるほど。
I wish I was like you.
俺みたいに？
Yeah, like you. Men aren't as directly involved with the business of parenting when their fathers as women. What? When they are fathers as women have to be as mothers. I don't understand the sentence. You don't have to stop away from your. I think the translation is kind of wonky here. You don't have to sacrifice your own desires for society. I wish I'd been born a man. Maybe he'll make a good servant. Yeah, I was thinking the same. I think he could be a good manservant.
それはちょっと困るかもしれません。
Why not?
それはその、つまり、キルス様はキルス様ですから、今と違うキルス様は想像できないというか。
Kirus. Oh, he calls me Kirus. Finn?
とにかく、俺は今のキルス様がいいんです。なので、
See, that's why I kept the name, because he calls me by my name, actually.
すみません。
Finn. He apologized again and bowed his head. Ouch. You are so stupidly serious. He was older, taller, and stronger physically than me. But I couldn't remember a time when he wasn't soft-spoken, second-guessing himself with every word. I suppose it shows how honest he is. Finn, aren't you forgetting something? I poked him in the side. He turned his head towards me. I'm your colleague. I've already told you a few times that you shouldn't call me lady. Another lady. Finn covered his mouth with his right hand, startled by his own habitual mistake.
すみません。俺にとってティステラ家のご息女キルス様。いえ、キルスも雲の上の人ですから。つい。
Kirus. Okay, my name is Kirus. I was honest once. Honest. Maybe as a child, Chibi? When you were like a toddler? Alright, I know you care deeply about a person's birth and bloodline. But right now I'm your colleague, your partner. It puts me on edge to be called Lady Kirus by you all the time. Now I don't like Kirus. Cyrus was better, but whatever. Can you at least try to be a little less stiff?
はい、わかりました。キルス。
キルス。キルス。キルス。Yeah?
ああ、いえ。すみません。呼んでみただけです。
Oh my god.
なんだか照れ
That's
ます。
kind of adorable, to be honest. Really, Finn?
あ、はい。
Finn.
どうしました？
I'm trying to understand you. I'm not blushing, though. Finn.
名前を連呼されると俺の方が恥ずかしくなります。
I see. I still don't get it. Oh well, let's go, Finn.
はい。
At the center of our country was the temple. Almost all public servants, including the police officers, worked inside its walls. It had been 2 years since I became a rank 1 police officer. Going to the temple every day had become familiar routine. Sorry to keep you waiting, Finn. Here's our patrol route for today.
なるほど。市場の近くですか。了解です。
Doesn't your family live around here? We could drop by.
いえ、俺は。
Great, I'm inviting myself into people's homes.
ティスティラ君、ユークレース君、ここにいたのか、探したぞ。
Oh. Sir Cordoa. The large frame of Cordoa Hassi swayed towards us. A rank 3 police officer, he was our direct superior. What is it, Sir Cordoa? Cordoa?
先日の中級警察官昇格試験の結果について話そうと思って。
He turned and began to walk away again immediately. Examination results aren't exactly something we can talk about in the hallway. I glanced at Finn and we followed Sir Cordoa together. Why is it so hard to say this name? Cordoa. What kind of room is this?
外来用の宿泊室だ。どの会議室も使用中でな。少しの間、ここを使わせてもらう
Bedroom.
ことに
That's
なっ
not
た。
weird at all.
仮眠室と全然違いますね。ベッドもふかふかだ。すごい。
我々の設備にももう少し予算を割いてもらえたらいいのだがな。まあいい。では、昇格試験の発表をする。心の準備はいいか？
Yes, always.
ずいぶん落ち着いているな、ティスティラ君。
Nothing I do will change things now. I did everything I could. I'll accept whatever the result I get.
実にティスティラ君らしいな。一方、ユークレース君は。
Euclid. Uh-oh.
昇格試験の結果、ついに。 手汗が。
Finn, for the love of God,
ユークレース君もいつも通り
get
だ
yourself
な。
together.
では結果を言い渡す。ティスティラ君、ユークレース君、試験に合格した。
Woohoo!
おめでとう。
Promotion!
本当ですか？やりましたね、キルス様。でなく、キルス。
Yeah! Already drinking. Good job, Finn. You worked hard.
え？俺は何も。
Oh no, I'm not letting you get away with that. I know you studied so much that you went without sleep.
それは、俺、あなたの足を引っ張りたくなくて。
Oh god. He's so humble. A burden? Finn, you need to take more pride in what you do. You're more competent than you think. Just the other day.
二人とも雑談は後にしてくれないか。
Oh.
連絡
Oops. Oh, apologies. Please continue, sir. Cordoa. Why is this so hard to say? Cordoa. The name doesn't flow. Cordoa. Cordoa. I don't know. He nodded and handed each of us a white envelope.
これは昇格の仮証明書だ。正式な証明書が届くまで紛失しないように。
Oh.
それ下界への視察許可証だ。
Ooh, whatever that is. The depths. Finn and I both gulped when we heard that word. The depths, where we sent our criminals,
そうだ。
and soon me because I
中
killed my...
級警察官の試験に合格した者は
Hi,
下
Kurayami!
界の視察をするよう
Hello,
義務付けられている。
Thanks, Sid. Thanks. That's great help.
それを経ることにより晴れて君たちは中級警察官となるのだ。
Sid always helping. I see.
罪人が住む場所に二人で行けと。それは危険なのでは。
I couldn't blame Finn for being afraid. The depths were a long way from our country. Oh god. I almost died. Like I wanted to sneeze, but then it didn't come and it came to my nose. It was kind of super weird. Oh my god. Almost killed myself with a sneeze. Did you hear about when someone actually tried to hold back a sneeze? Like not let it out and then his eyes popped out? That was, yeah, that happened. I was like, what the fuck? Everyone I knew had been taught from young age to fear the depths. When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me that if I did something bad, he would send me to the depths where the demons live. Great! Thanks, Dad. Thanks for the trauma. Absolutely amazing. I knew that if ordered, I would go. I suspect we were sent there precisely because it stated... Now I forgot to breathe. Amazing. Am I correct, sir?
ああ、昇格すれば君たちは重要任務に就くことになるだろう。
Oh my god, Ocelot. That's terrible. Sneezing is terminally dangerous, apparently.
その中、極悪犯を扱うこともある。
Ooh, vile
彼
criminals.
らが
That's my
どう
kind
い
of
った
thing.
場所へ送られるのか、その目で見てくることだ。
I understand. Finn, you're going as well, right? Finn is not happy.
大丈夫です。
He's like, pull yourself together. You won't be going alone. I'll be there with you. The two of us can handle it, don't you think?
そうですね。キルスと一緒ならきっと平気です。
平気です。
安心したまえ、ユークレース君。
A
向
guide?
こうにはちゃんと案内役がいる。
A guide?
そうだ。罪人を野放しにしないための看守だ。
Ooh.
君たちの身は彼らが守ってくれるだろう。
Are they hot?
過去、外科医視察を失敗した者はほとんどいない。
Almost
気を抜か
everyone.
なければ大丈夫だ。安心したまえ。
Almost everyone, huh? I'm a competent sword fighter. I'll protect myself and Finn. Why am I so arrogant? Oh my god.
俺だってキルスを守ります。命に変えても絶対に。
That's it.
頼もしいことだ。外界視察は明日。時間や詳細は仮証明書に記載されている。各自熟読するように。
Roger. After Sir Cord left, Finn murmured something about the depths. Maybe the criminals aren't running the show there, but I can't imagine it's a safe place. Let's both be on our guard. Finn nodded at me, then put the envelope away. We can make plans for tomorrow later. We have work to do today. Work. Better work, bitch. Look. Looks like it's as quiet as usual.
昼間はいいですね。めったに事件が起こりませんから。
As rank 1 officers, the majority of our assignments were patrols. We just had to do rounds of the inner city, resolving anything that might require our attention. Oh my god. Wait, oh god. Breathing. Breathing. You won't have the chance to patrol as often once we're promoted.
そうかもしれませんね。内勤や傷害事件の調査が主になると聞いていますし。
Office work?
寂しいですか。
Yeah, investigations sound kind of cool. Yeah, I like these assignments. Of course, it's important to investigate big crimes. But I like being on patrol and looking at the things the same way as ordinary citizens. It feels very meaningful. Because I'm a rich bitch and I don't know normal people things.
常に忠誠をですね。
Eh? Yeah, always faithful. As police officers, we serve the people. I want to remember that even I get promoted. That even if I get promoted.
相変わらず勇ましいお嬢様だね。
Eh? Lord Fitz... No, that's the guy? No. A hard pass. I turned and knew this man. His name was Fitzgerald Evans. He was the heir apparent of the Evans family and worked as a secretary for his politician father, Warner Evans. He was also my betrothed. I don't dislike him, but we'd met each other a few times even before our engagement, but hadn't been well acquainted. We'd spent our childhoods in the same schoolhouse and occasionally conversed at dinner parties. I'm so posh. He was a pleasant, soft-spoken man. There was little to find disagreeable about him, but that doesn't make me want to marry him. Since the prospect of marrying him did not sit well with me, even talking on the street with him made me a little uncomfortable. Thanks for the hydrate. Actually, I need like a breathe redeem. Breathe. I need air. God damn it. Drinking is hard. Why is he such a... Ah!
よければお茶でもと思ったけれど、どうやら仕事中のようだね。
Ah, such a pity.
残念だ。
Bum, 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 bum. Yes, perhaps another time. Fitzgerald agreed with a smile. Then he turned to Finn.
こんにちは。君は、すまない。名前を忘れてしまった。
Rude, Fitzgerald.
ああ、俺はフィン・ユークレースです。
ああ、そうだった。ユークレス商会のご子息だね。
Amusing? What's amusing?
なんだか変な感じがするよ。
Why is it amusing?
ティステラ家にユークレース家。それぞれ由緒ある家柄だというのに、君たちはどちらも家業を継がず、別の道を歩んでいる。
I fail to see the strangeness. We are guaranteed professional freedom by law. By law.
けど
It's the law.
普通は家業を継ぎ安定した生活を望むものだよ。
Well,
ああ、気分を害したならすまない。
but you did,
困
you
らせたくて言ったわ
shithead.
けじゃないんだ。君たちが望んで掴んだ結果がその姿なのだとしたら、引き止めて悪かったね。ごきげんよう、お嬢様。
Yes, good day to you. I liked black tea, but I did not feel drinking it with Lord Fitzgerald. The pressure of protocol and suitable conversation would have made me feel self-conscious. Good thing I'm on duty right now. I watched Lord Fitzgerald walk away and deflated with relief.
かっこよかったですね。
Finn, then you marry him, okay? Really?
そうですよ。振る舞いは優雅で優しくて
Oh my god, Finn, you're
高貴
such
な
a
お方なのに俺にまで声をかけてくれて。
I see. If you like him so much, maybe you should... Oh my god, we share a brain cell!
え、そんな無理ですよ。
Doesn't mean he doesn't want to. Ha, why are you so serious? I know you can't. You'd make a nice pair with how highly you think of him, that's all.
正当な評価だと思いますが、キルス様はエヴァンス様がお嫌いなんですか？
Don't call me a lady. Finn gave me another quick apology. In response to his question, I shook my head. I don't dislike him. I think he's very agreeable. I'm surprised he was paired with a tomboy like me. It's not that I can't accept him personally, it's that I can't accept having to marry.
キルス？
Kiss. I can't spend all my days complaining though. This marriage is ordained by law. As a police officer, I uphold the law. What kind of police officer would I be if I don't accept this? Alright, this evening I'm going to try on the wedding dress. Will you come with me, Finn?
はい、喜んで。
Thanks, that will help. I think he wants to try the wedding dress on, probably. If the country's going to pick my husband for me, why can't it pick my wedding dress too? If it decided everything for me, I could just accept my fate.
俺たちが自分の足で巡回をしているように、すべて事務的に行うわけにはいかないんですよ、きっと。
I see. I suppose you have a point.
ところで、ご結婚式の日取りはいつ頃ですか？
Beats me.
さあって、ご自身の結婚ですよ。
Well, it's not very high priority for me. Finn gave me an exasperated smile. I can't blame him for being a little fed up. The conversation was starting to feel awkward. I decided to change the topic. Right, what about you? Finn looked at me quizzically. I ran into your father the other day. He told me your own wedding has been postponed.
ええ、まあ、未熟な俺には結婚なんてまだ早い気がしまして。
Sus. Secure?
下級警察官である俺が他人をちゃんと養えるか心配で、法的手続きを取って延期してもらっています。あ、もちろん相手方も了承済みです。安定した生活は大事だと理解してくれています。
An exception in the law? I see. I didn't realize that was possible.
どうしました？
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. A stable life, huh? Well, you passed the promotion exam. That should do wonders for your salary.
あ、そうですね。法的に認められた延期とはいえ、人口計画に反しているわけですから、
Population
昇格によ
plan?
る
What the
措置の
fuck?
撤回もありそうです。
I see. Finn's getting married.
なんだか楽しそうですね。
I'm laughing because I'm pleased. My wonderful partner is getting married. Congratulations.
そんなめでたいだなんて、ご自分の結婚には否定的だったのに。
No, that's completely different situation. You're 4 years older than I am. Our ranks might be the same, but I'm going to use you as a mentor and learn from your example. Yeah, right? I'm kinda a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite. Walk proudly into the harbor of marriage, Finn. I follow in your footsteps eventually. You'll
過言だと思いますけど、できるだけのことはするつもりです。
Yes, I have high hopes. So what's she like, the woman you're marrying? So far you've always deflected that question. You better spit it out now.
それは
Ah! Did you hear that? Something happened. There, the woman. Are you hurt, my lady?
平気です。でも、
What happened?
あの男が私のカバンを。
We looked in the direction she was pointing. We could only see his back, but he was carrying what looked like a bag. Finn, let's get him.
はい。
It's hard to squeeze through this crowd. I took my whistle and blew as hard as I could. The crowd parted at the sound. Thank you!
二手に分かれましょう。キルスはこのまま追いかけてください。
Sure. Finn ran into a side road. Finn knows more about this area than I do. Hoping he would be able to find his way back to me, I kept following our target. Surrender if you give yourself up quietly, you won't...
捕まらねえぞ!
What? The man began to throw items at me from the street stalls. I had to be careful not to trip over anything underfoot. Theft alone wasn't enough? You had to add obstruction of justice and property damage? You won't escape. I raced down the street after the man. I was closing in on him. I could do this. Just as he was almost in my grasp, he threw the bag at me. What? The bag sailed through the air over my head, landing behind me. I'm supposed to retrieve the bag, but if I stopped to pick up the bag, he would escape. I had to choose between that and catching him. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, can I save? Quick save. Okay. Yes. Should we catch the man or return to pick up bag? I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. I think we have to catch the man. I mean, the bag is not gonna disappear. It's just laying there. So we try to catch the man. I didn't want to leave the bag on the ground, but I couldn't let him escape either. I have to catch him no matter what. I managed a new burst of speed and slammed into his back. We both rolled across the pavement. Surrender! Even if he wanted to escape, he couldn't. I sat on his body and restrained him with rope. Oh. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can be used against you. Stop struggling. Anyway, you're under arrest. You can think about the good excuse while you're in your cell. I checked the rope to make sure he couldn't free himself. Then I stood up. The man stayed on the ground, resigned to his fate. Good grief.
俺の出る幕はありませんでしたね。
Finn?
これ、向こうに落ちてました。ご婦人。
You picked it up. Good work.
いえ、俺なんか全然。何の役にも立てずに済み
Oh,
ま
he
せ
got
ん。
the bag, so I think that was a good decision.
そのままじっとしていてください。
Eh? Finn took a white handkerchief, and wiped something off my cheek.
これでよし。泥がついていました。ああ、男の身柄は俺が。
Hi, Royal! Thanks. Alright, let's go back to the lady.
はい。
Hello, we've caught a criminal and retrieved your bag. It seems to be undamaged. Would you please check the contents just in case?
すべてあります。ありがとうございます。
Oh my god, she's so excited!
お礼は
This is our job, lady. You don't need to. It's our it's our job as police officers to keep peace in this town. I threw a glance at Finn. He realized what I wanted and straightened out his back. Everyone, thank you for your assistance in apprehending this criminal. Finn and I both put our left hands on the hilt of our swords and saluted. Oh my god. The crowd applauded. Oh my god, this is so cheesy. A lot of people sneer at patrol work. There wasn't much valued more than the applause and happiness of those I protected. I loved my job. Handing him over took longer than I expected.
はい。書類に書ききれないほど余罪があるとは正直驚きました。
Got that right. We can't be proud of ourselves for catching someone like that. Yeah, right? I mean, he apparently was an idiot. Let's make this country a better place together.
はい。
はい。
これは相変わらず情熱的だな、レディー。
This man. I told you before not to call me that. A man called Senkabold Ark Senkabold walked towards us with an easygoing air. He was rank 1 officer as well, and our colleague. He was a reasonably good officer, but his personality generated a lot of friction. I really hate this man. I couldn't just ignore him though. I swallowed down my ire as I spoke to him. Being passionate about one's work hardly seems bad.
そうだな。レディーたちの働きには感謝してるよ。君たちがネズミのように働けば働くほど、警察官全体の評価も上がる。
Oh, shut up, Senkabold.
だけどさ、お前は女だ。どうせそのうち結婚だなんだのでここから去る。そうすれば検挙率も下がるし、俺たちの評判はガタ落ちだ。
What are you getting at?
出しゃばるなってことだよ。
What? I bit my lips so I wouldn't snap back at him. He looks like he's crying. Ark snorted and turned his attention towards Finn.
お前も大変だよな、フィン。
Finn.
こんな女のおもりを押し付けられて、正義の味方ごっこに付き合わされてさ、とんだ貧乏くじを引いたな。
Oh.
アーク。
いや、貧乏くじじゃないな。楽しそうにくっついて回ってるしな。母親を追いかけるケツの青いガキかってんだよ。
You dare to insult not only me but Finn as well? You will pay for this.
おっと、こんなところで暴れるつもりか？悪いことは言わない。やめろって。無抵抗な俺を切ったとなれば、定食どころの騒ぎじゃなくなるぜ。
Yeah, I had that too.
アークの言う通りです。どうか剣は抜かないでください。
But
いいから落ち着いてください。行きましょう、キルス。
fine.
ごきげんよう、優等生諸君。
Fuck you, Singapore. Singapore. I really hate that man. His sarcastic laughter rang behind us. We stayed side by side as we checked our orders for the next day, as if we were still on duty.
この時間、この辺りは混みますね。
Why did you stop me? I came to a halt as I asked the question, but Finn kept moving forward.
止めた？
His steps paused and he turned to look at me. I could see in his expression that he was waiting for me to clarify. I'm talking about earlier. Why did you stop me? Why didn't you find a way to retaliate? Finn gave a quiet murmur. Murmur. I knew he understood what I meant. But even if he understood, he showed no sign of being troubled by it. He was insulting you. Aren't you upset?
あの程度、どうってことありません。言われ慣れていますから。
Who hurt the baby? Used to them? Finn nodded, giving me an uncomfortable grin. Then he took a step towards me.
頭も容量も人より劣っていることは自覚しています。
don't say that.
警察官の採用試験だって2回も落ちましたし、あなたなしでは何の役にも立ちません。
Oh. Finn, he really is like a baby.
いいんです。第三者に何を言われようが何とも思いません。あなたと過ごす日々が続く限り、俺は幸せです。だからこそ、あの場で問題を起こしたくなかった。あんな奴相手にあなたの価値や将来を傷つけたくなかった。出過ぎた真似をしてすみません。
Well. I can't be angry at you for wanting the best for me, can I? We've worked together for a long time. You probably know this, but I can be a bit reckless sometimes.
少し?
Are you trying to say something?
あ、いえ、はい。少しですね。
Yes, a little reckless. Not very reckless. Just a little, probably. Maybe. Anyway. I do my best to work on it, but objectivity doesn't always come naturally to me. I've been grateful that you're there so many times. So don't think of yourself as useless. I wouldn't be here without you. I wouldn't have taken the promotion exam either. Finn, I'm glad you're my partner.
キルス様。
Ah. I told you not to call me that. Gosh. You're so stupid. Shut up. Finn was invaluable to me, and so on so many occasions. If he hadn't been with me, who knows what I'd have done. Perhaps Ark would be injured now at my hand. Maybe dead. Maybe. I knew how lucky I was to have a partner like Finn. Well then, off to battle.
戦場?
Yes, I need to try on the dress we talked about.
なるほど。でも、俺が一緒でいいんですか? 俺、女性の服のことは何もわかりません。
Are you sure about that, Finn? Of course, it's essential that you're there with me. I can overcome any hardship with you.
なんだか大げさなような気もしますが、そう言ってもらえて光栄です。俺も、あなたが一緒なら。
I think the tailor is over there. After me, Finn.
あ、はい。参ったな。
This dress is so tight. The tailor said it was custom fitted, but I think he also said it would be uncomfortable at first. Isn't it like to be custom made? Isn't that supposed to be super comfortable? They take my measurements a few months earlier. I didn't want to believe I'd gain weight in the interim. I don't like the dresses at home to begin with, and this is a whole other level. I sighed and looked at myself in the mirror. I have no idea if this looks good or bad. Therefore, Finn, are you there?
はい、どうしました?
Hi, Bolt! Hello. You got family at home until... Well, that's okay, I guess. Oh, I'm cute. How does it look? Oh.
Kirus?
I wanted to know if you think it looks good. Your reaction made the answer quite obvious. That will be enough. Thank you.
結構って何がですか?
Socializing. Ooh.
黙ってないで答えてください。俺がそちらに行くわけにはいかないんです。ですから。
You didn't know what to say because it looks so bad, right?
そんな、違います。誤解です。いきなりのことだったのでつい。もう一度見せてくれませんか？
You don't have to be considerate.
政治は言いません。この件に誓って。
I swear my
本心を言います。どうかもう一度チャンスをください。
Aww, how is it?
綺麗だと思います。ものすごく。
Finn. Of course it is. Is that the truth? What should I say? Is it? Yeah, I mean, I think she's always kind of unsure, right? He's mumbling. I didn't want to doubt him, but he seemed like the type to lie so as not to hurt someone's feeling. I suspected he wasn't telling the truth. Finn, is that the truth?
当然です。具体的にあれこれ言えたらいいんですけど、うまく言葉が出てこなくて、お綺麗です。本当。例えるなら、妖精のようです。
ああ、
童話に
妖精。
出てくるような清らかで美しい凛とした
Oh,
妖
he's
精
rambling.
です。はい。
Finn mumbled an apology. It amused me to see his large frame fitted around uncomfortably. I laughed. Haha.
すみません。妖精だなんておかしかったですよね。変なことを言ってすみません。
How often are you planning to apologize? Well, I suppose you must be telling the truth. Thank you, Finn.
はい。どういたしまして。
It got pretty dark.
はい。試着お疲れ様でした。
It sure was exhausting. Especially with my hair getting tangled up in the dress when I tried to take it off. Thanks for your help there, Finn.
はい。どういたしまして。あの時は試着室へ入ってすみません。
He helped me undress? You did it for me. There's nothing to apologize for.
はあ。ですが、着替え中のところをずかずかと。猛省します。
I told you that's fine. You're honestly more dexterous than I thought.
そんな。あの程度でしたら、落ち着けば誰にだってできます。
I couldn't do it alone, that's for sure. Not as carefully as you did. I'd probably have just decided to heck with it and cut off my hair. Thank you, Finn. Finn smiled at me. The whole ordeal was a chore, but at least it's over and done with. I happily chatted away. Sorry that you have to come so far in this direction to walk me home. I know you live the other way.
いいんです。夜道を一人で歩かせたくありませんから。
You don't have to worry about me. I can protect myself with my sword.
わかっています。でも、心配なものは心配なんですよ。あなたが危険な目に遭うなんて想像さえしたくない。
Finn.
パートナーであるあなたは、俺の生活の一部みたいなものです。ですから、どうか俺にキルスを守らせてください。
Alright, but the same goes for me as well. We're equals, we protect each other. Don't hesitate to let me be there for you too.
はい、ありがとうございます。
I've got an idea. Would you like to come to my house for dinner? I want to pay you back for how much time you spent with me after work.
お言葉に甘えたいところですが、明日の準備がありますので、今日はちょっと。
Oh, I see. We're going to the depths tomorrow. I should make some preparations too. Yeah. So far I only met him, so I don't know the choices yet. So yeah, I'm waiting. I mean, he's really cute, but he's more like the brother type, I guess. But yeah. Tomorrow is probably going to be exhausting. Do you want to eat with me the next time we have a day off then?
そうですね。お邪魔でなければ。
Of course it isn't. I'll tell the servants to make a huge feast.
ありがとうございます。楽しみにしています。
I bro-zoned him. Yeah, I kinda did. He bro-zoned himself. Well, my cousin wasn't my brotherly. And I ditched him. I mean, I ditched him for Hansa-sama. So, right? Who was probably 20 years older than I am, but who cares? So I cannot make any decisions yet. Okay? Yeah, me too. Sorry for taking up so much of your time. Take care on the way home.
はい、また明日。
また明日. Finn made a little bow and began to walk away. Slowly he faded into the darkness of the night. Well, time to go in. I don't know. I think I'm feeling very protective over him. Maybe he has the other side as well, but I don't like when they're so timid. Like he's more like, because to be honest, he reminds me of my best friend, like from his character. Like he's also like this kind of type. Very supportive, very nice, very friendly, very considerate. Yeah, and it feels more like a family member, you know? I'm home. Oh, yes. I gripped my sword hilt, my tome proud. I tried on the wedding dress. I expected them to be happy, but they didn't even bat an eyelash. I gave them a quizzical look. Is something wrong? They don't believe me. You're doubting me.
あれほど渋っていたんだ。疑うに決まっているだろう。
Yeah, kind of friend zone type. Yes, yes. Of course, huh? It's a little hurtful to be suspected of lying by your own parents.
ごめんなさいね。そう、やっと試着してくれたのね。
But to be honest, I cannot 100% rule him out. Because I'm already feeling kind of attached.
あのドレスの生地はおばあ様が生前あなたに用意したものなの。気に入った？
Grandma? Sure. That much was honest truth. I don't like dresses, but the fabric was pretty. I think so.
と思います。
No, I like it. Grandmother's cloth was superb.
そうよね。
試着してくれてよかったよ。これでようやく式の日取りを決められる。
A date? There was no date before?
そうよ。ドレスができてから決めるって言ったでしょ？
God damn it.
忘れたの？
Yes. I really did forget that. In fact, I'd forgotten that we'd ever talked about it. I'm really not enthusiastic about getting married. I was surprised at how much I didn't care.
結婚式に向けてこれから忙しくなるぞ。倒れないようにな。
There's still more for me to do?
当然よ。式場の選定に招待状の作成、体型の維持、利用。
I mean, I just tried on the dress. What do you mean lose a few pounds? Then we have to resize the dress. What the fuck? I feel dizzy. Can I have something to eat? I'm very hungry.
もちろん。でも食べ過ぎない
Shut up, Mom.
ドレスが入らなくなったら大変よ。
I know. Marriage is a lot worse than I expected. I am so tired. I placed my sword next to the wall and collapsed onto my bed. I knew I had to change my clothes, but my body demanded rest. Today was really exhausting. My parents continued to berate me about my wedding and future husband throughout the dinner. Very mom, right? They tried to tell me that descendants aren't the be-all and all. The government had decided my marriage. It was nothing of special significance to me. My parents are very happy together, but how was I going to feel? Would Lord Fitzgerald and I ever feel as comfortable together as my parents did? I can't really picture that. Catching the thief already felt like an event of the distant past. That just proved how worn out I felt. I want to sleep, but I have to change. I had to prepare for the next day as well. Should I tell my parents that I'm going into the depths? My orders don't say that I'm not allowed to tell my family. It didn't seem like the right time. They were unlikely to oppose it outright, since it was part of the promotion process, but I knew they'd make a fuss about it. The depths truly were an unknown, terrifying world to us. I won't tell them. No need to cause pointless worry. It's probably better to tell them after the fact. After reaching my decision, I crawled under the sheets. Immediately I began to melt into the soft mattress, my whole body stretching out. Good night, I murmured and closed my eyes. One day before the case.
Ohayou gozaimasu, Kirusu. 今日もよろしくお願いします。
Yeah.
顔色が良くないようですけど、具合悪いんですか?
Oh, don't worry about it. I didn't get enough sleep. The wall behind there kind of reminds me of Attack on Titan. Sie sind das Essen und wir sind die Jäger. Da 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 da. Okay.
そうですか。窃盗犯の捕獲、大変でしたからね。
The wedding nonsense was more exhausting to me. It kind of, yeah, like now if you think about it, also like how they dress, it's kind of similar. Dun, dun, dun. Just imagine an Attack on Titan otome game. That's weird. Can Romans a Titan? They were on my case again this morning. The prospect of dealing with wedding plans every day was depressing. But I couldn't let that affect my work. I had to compartmentalize. Today is a big day. We'll have to be alert. I gave my cheeks a light slap to wake myself up. Ow. Best way to romance a Titan is through their stomachs? Probably. Alright, let's do this, Finn.
はい。
I'm surprised we were ordered to the barracks. How are they going to send us to the depths?
新会員のずっと奥に特別な入り口があるようです。
Ooh. How do you know that?
え？昨日コルドア殿からもらった視察許可証に書いてありましたよね。
Oh, I totally did not read that. Did it? I retrieved my envelope and skimmed the contents of the permit. You're right. A slap was voice acted. Yeah. Don't laugh.
すみません。でも、キルスが確認を怠るだなんて珍しい。本当に疲れているんですね。これ、少し心配です。
This was such an important assignment. To miss details like that was incredibly unprofessional. I put the envelope away as I silently gave myself a harsh scolding. You stupid bitch. Don't worry, I'll be more careful from now on. I don't want to cause problems in foreign territory. But just in case, if you see me nodding off, give me a good shake to wake me up, okay?
わかりました。叩きはしませんけど、起こします。そういえば、ドレスの試着について、ご両親は何かおっしゃっていましたか?
Don't ask me that.
え、まずかったですか?
Finn put his hand to his mouth nervously. I don't really want to talk about it, but He came with me yesterday. He's earned the right to hear what happened next. Yeah, they were extremely happy and said they would set the wedding date now.
そうですか。よかったですね。肩の荷、少しは降りたんじゃないですか。
No, it added extra weight onto them. My father told me that the real work begins now, and a lot of my time will have to go into preparing for the wedding.
そうなんですか。頑張ってください。応援しています。
Look, you'll eventually have to suffer the same fate.
ああ、そうですね。俺も俺なりに頑張ろうと思います。
You bet you will, and we'll both make it through somehow. Somehow, somewhere,
予定よりも
there
早
is
いじゃ
a
ない
new
か。
way of
安心だ。
living. Wait, we should drink. Sir Cordo blah. Why are you here? Are you are you accompanying accompanying how you say it? Accompanying us? Accompanying. Thanks for the hydrate. Let's pause to check and stretch. How do you say this word? Accompanying. Jesus. Are you coming with us? Thanks.
いや、君たちが来るか確認するため待っていた。おじけづいているのではないかと思ってね。
Wait, what do you mean? Why am I a chicken? Stick it. Wait, I want to know that now. Just a second. Wait, where do you can have it like say it spelling? Ah, yeah.
Accompanying.
Accompanying? What? Accompanying? Accompanying? That's like... I would have never guessed that. What the fuck?
Accompanying.
Accompanying. It's like accompanying in your face. Okay, it's fine. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Ow! Jesus Christ. I just rolled over my own toes with my Ow. Seriously. Okay, it's fine. Just... okay. Let's move on. Okay, let's go. We're going to the
中
depths.
には下界に対する恐怖のあまり、昇格を辞退する者もいるというのに、実に頼もしい。
We're not afraid, right, Finn? I don't feel my toes. Finn nodded almost imperceptibly.
はい。おじけづくなんて全然少ししか。
Not afraid at all. Maybe a little afraid. Finn.
大丈夫です。こうやってここにいるんですから。ね。
Sir Cordel Blah watched our exchange and laughed. Then he pointed down the hallway.
下界への駅はこの廊下の先にある。まっすぐ進むがいい。
Station? The same word had appeared on the permit. I'd never seen it used in that sort of context before. Sir Cordel Blah, what is meant by station. Is it a name?
おっと失敬。そうだな。下界へ行くことがなければ耳にしない言葉だ。駅とはこの国と下界を行き来できる乗り物がある場所のことだ。
Ooh. Vehicles.
そうだとも。下界は国の直下にある。歩いてはいけまい。
俺からも質問させてください。下界からこちらへ戻ってくることは可能なんですか？
当然だとも。でなければ視察に行かせない。
Thanks, Sid.
ですよね。しかしどうやって？
百聞は一見にしかずだ。じきにわかる。さ、行ってこい。
Now off you go into the depths.
行った。
Did you just push him? Ah, okay, let's go. A vehicle to go back and forth between our country and the depths. Our country was high up in the sky, far above ground. Okay. Once upon a time, the world had suffered a flood. Our ancestors had been the only ones to anticipate the disaster. Oh, are we like the descendants of Noah or something? They built our country. The flood rolled back long ago, and in its wake, the survivors on the ground lived in a state of anarchy. Oh, okay. I can imagine what's able to send us there and bring us back. So the depths are just the normal surface. I thought I'd be going underground or something. I turned the question over and over in my head. He said we'd understand. I'm very curious. Finn, walking beside me, suddenly stopped dead in his tracks. What's wrong?
向こうから歩いてくるのはもしかして。
Oh? It's the saint. What's the funny cap? Saint Yune. It was Yune Sekie, our country's greatest saint. He was ageless and immortal. He was our hierophant, blessed by God, and everyone revered him. I was no exception to that reverence. The moment I saw him, my heart began to flutter. What's His Grace doing here? The police barracks were inside the temple. His Grace's residence... so meeting him was not out of the question. But the temple was extremely large, so meeting him wasn't especially likely either. What are we going to do? Finn, come here! I bowed my head and moved out of the way as His Grace passed. I heard his footsteps. With steps slower than my own heartbeat, His Grace Yune was about to pass me by.
お前
I was so startled that I gave a little jolt of surprise.
面白い反応だね。まるで叱られた子供だ。
I'm very sorry.
そんな風に萎縮する必要はないよ。ほら、二人とも顔を上げて。
How did he become immortal?
はい。
Slowly, I raised my head and met His Grace's gaze. I resisted the urge to immediately avert my eyes and began to speak instead. How may we be of assistance?
別に用というほどではないよ。道を譲ってくれてありがとうと言おうと思っただけだ。お前たちに神の祝福がありますように。
Okay. Biden? His Grace began to walk away immediately. We watched him as he departed.
俺、あんなに間近で見たのは生まれて初めてです。
Yeah, same for me. As my heartbeat slowly went back to normal, I felt a profound happiness. I didn't just see him, I talked to him. Mother won't believe it when I tell her. After talking to His Grace, today is going to be a great day. We headed towards the station with Finn. What is this place? The hallway went on and on and on. At the end of it was a door. When we opened it, an incredible sight lay before us. The weather outside the temple was sunny, but the light coming through the stained glass windows was murky, making the room quite dark. The silence was oppressive, and I was uncomfortably conscious of my own breathing. Is this the station? I ventured a few steps inside, looking around. I was expecting to see a guide or employee, but there was nobody. How do we get from here to the depths? Finn, do you have any ideas?
いえ、さっぱり。乗り物と言っていましたけど、馬はいないようですね。
Yeah, it doesn't smell of livestock in here. Maybe they're bringing a carriage? We still have a bit of time. Let's wait on that sofa over there. Let's chill. A red envelope lay on the sofa. Did someone forget this? It has our names on it. Cyrus Tristella. Oh no, Cyrus. I forget my name always. And Finn Euclase. I turned the letter over. There was no sender, only the temple seal.
俺たち宛てのようですね。
What a terrible system. What if we'd missed noticing it? I glanced around again. We really were completely alone. I broke the seal. There were 2 letters inside, each folded once. They seemed to be identical. Here, take one. Lift usage instructions. Oh, I see, it's a manual.
そのようですね。本書は下界と我が国をつなぐリフトの搭乗規則を記したものである。なお、便宜上我が国を上界とする。当リフトの運用の主な目的は下界への受刑者移送である。部外者の搭乗は固く禁じているため注意されたし、当リフトの運行時間は以下の通りである。上界から下界への移送は原則日ごとあるが、上界への移送は不定期である。緊急時及び非常時を除き、リフトは定められた時間にのみ発着する。遅刻は自己責任とし、新会員は一切の責任を負わない。時間の厳守を心がけられたし。
If you missed the ride back, we're stuck in the depths, huh?
そのようですね。戻ってこられないなんて絶対に嫌です。長居しないよう気をつけましょう。
Finn gave a nod and put the letter back into the envelope. He stashed the envelope in his pocket. So where's this promised lift? It's almost time. Wah. Startled by the vibrations, I jumped up. I didn't have a chance to do anything else before the floor in the center of the room rose up. Ooh. What is that? As if by magic, the floor was rising into the air. A tube came into view below it, made of what looked like glass, engraved with complex symbols. I've never seen anything like this before. Finn didn't seem to know any more than I did, staring dumbfounded at the bright light. It doesn't look like a weapon, but...
キルス、近づいては。
I'm just going to take a look. We have to find out if it's a weapon. I slowly approached the light, keeping my hand on my sword. What is this? Is it glass? I reached out. A little chime rang on, and the bright object parted sideways where I touched it. A current of air blew out, ruffling my hair. Perhaps this is it.
リフトでしょうか。
Lifto. Finn was thinking along the same lines. This is very strange. There's no horse or ox. How does it move us to the depths then?
わかりません。でも、これで移動するのだとしたら、入らないわけにはいけませんね。
Wouldn't it be not easier to just tell the people how things work instead of just hoping they will find it out and not get scared by the glowy stuff? Finn's expression was extremely hesitant. He was just as uncertain about this object as I was. I wished it had at least written lift on it somewhere. There was no discernible writing on it anywhere I could see. We can't just stand around here. You're right, we need to enter. There was still a chance that it was dangerous, though I had to make a decision. Should I go first or should Finn? Suggest going together. I suggest we're going together. We don't have time to think. According to the instruction letters, departure was imminent. We'll investigate together. Come on, Finn.
あ、はい。何も起こらないといいのですが。
The space inside could fit 3 or 4 people comfortably. It was completely empty. There wasn't even any dust. So what are we supposed to do now? The door! The glass door closed again and the floor began to tremble. As we descended, the light dimmed until it was gone completely. Is this the lift? Being moved by the vibrating mechanism was very unsettling. Is he gonna puke? Finn was in obvious discomfort. He covered his mouth with his hand. Don't throw up. I don't want you throwing up in this tiny space.
分かっています。でも。
Eventually, the vibration stopped and the glass door slipped open. Outside, we saw this. I was speechless. Finn murmured something about a room. I don't see any horses. This is just a cramped little space. How is... Oh. The ground jolted. I grabbed instinctively at Finn's uniform to steady myself. I'm fine. Come down, Finn. I'm the one who needs to come down. Let go of Finn's uniform and did my best to compose myself.
起動準備完了。車内来賓用放送開始。
What's this? When the shaking stopped, a voice spoke to us. Finn and I looked around, but we were the only ones present.
皆様、本日は下界行きのリフトをご利用くださりありがとうございます。
You're welcome.
当リフトには添乗員はおりません。ご着席の上、到着までお待ちください。
Is it over? The room had no windows. I had no idea what the outside looked like. I had my share of apprehensions, but it was too late to turn back now. I guess we should do as the voice said and sit down. Finn sat down on the seat opposite to me.
俺たちどこに連れて行かれるんでしょうね。
The depths, obviously. Finn gave me a startled look, blushed and looked away.
そうでしたね。すみません。非現実的なことの連続で
How did you forget that?
忘れていました。
I sympathize. The depths are a wasteland barely fit to be used as a penal colony. I never expected to be sent there without committing a crime. This is an important experience. Let's get as much as we can out of it. Finn nodded in agreement. I couldn't think of anything else to chat about. The rumble of the lift filled the quiet. I wonder if I should be saying something. Sitting in silence with Finn didn't bother me at all, but still. What would be a good topic? Seriously? Finn cleared his throat, offering a timid attempt at conversation.
キルスはどうして警察官になろうと思ったんですか?
Are we doing small talk? Oh, great. That's out of the blue.
すみません。警察官にならなければ下界へ行くことはなかっただろうなと考えていたら少し気になって。試験制度があるとはいえ、女性の活躍は難しい職です。なのに、どうしてこの道を進もうと思ったんですか?
It's a long story. Do you still want to hear it?
大丈夫です。俺好きなので。
Alright, then I'll tell you. As I'm sure you know, the Distellas have been politicians for generations. My grandfather was a politician with a very strong sense of justice. He was often criticized, but the people liked him. He used to help those in need wherever he could. I really admired that. But I'm too impatient and impulsive. I wanted to be like my grandfather, but I just wasn't able to picture myself as a politician. Then something happened when I was 13. Oh, flashback. I can't find it. It was the day after my 13th birthday. My gift from my mother had been a pendant. It was a family heirloom. I should have put it away for safekeeping. Instead, I'd been so happy that I'd worn it everywhere. I'd been very careful and yet somehow still managed to lose it. To make matters worse, I had no idea where it might have happened. What should I do? I could never tell my parents I'd lost the pendant within a day. I spent a long time searching. This is where I noticed it was gone. I hope I can find it. I hope I can find it here. What are you looking for over there? Oh, that's not me. I turned around and saw a large man. A police officer. Taken aback by how this large frame loomed over me, I shook my head. It doesn't concern you. Of course it does. It's almost night. You have to go home. I can't. Why not? Because I haven't found it yet. What are you looking for? Where's your home? I walk you there. I'm fine. Goodbye. What now? I still have to look for it. I knew if my parents saw a police officer escort me home, however, they'd be suspicious. If they found out about the lost pendant, I was sure to be in dire trouble. Tomorrow, I'll look for it again. Tomorrow. When I got home, my mother remarked on my lateness. We ate dinner together. It was all my favorite dishes. But I felt so incredibly sad about losing something so important to the family, and so I didn't enjoy a single thing. When we had finished eating, I went to my room and sat down on my bed. I wanted it to be tomorrow already. The next day I would be able to look for it again. Despite my best efforts to fall asleep, I remained wide awake. What do I do if I don't find it? They told me it was important to us. The pain and sadness in my heart seemed to crush me. Oh my god, that's so dramatic. Later. Deciding sleep was impossible, I crept out of the house. I just need a little longer. Even if I never found it, I need to know I tried as hard as I could. It's so dark and I was alone in town. It was very quiet. I felt like someone was watching me from the shadows. A cold shiver ran up my spine. I'll be fine. Nobody's there. I'll be fine. I repeated it like a mantra to myself as I searched. You again. You? It was the same police officer from earlier. I froze, paralyzed by the sight of the person I least wanted to see. Your parents must be worried about their child being out at such a late hour. He told me to go home and reached towards me. I told him I was fine and swatted his hand aside with a glare. They don't know I'm here. That's no excuse for doing something dangerous. Please leave me alone. I can't go home until I find it. You haven't found what you were searching for? I nodded. I need to find it, otherwise my parents will be sad. I couldn't say the words, my throat burned. My nose was stinging, I could feel the tears start to well. I never meant to make them sad. I hated myself for crying in front of a man I didn't know, but I couldn't hold it back. I stared at the ground, wiping at my eyes in the hopes I could hide my sorrow. It seems to be something very important to you. I nodded vigorously, unable to speak. Perhaps it's this? This is my... I'm glad it's yours. I hope that from the moment I found it, if it was yours, then I didn't need to worry. Worry? Yeah, because once you had it, you'd go home, right? I'm very sorry. Don't worry about it anymore. Where do you live? I'll walk you to the area. Thank you very much. If it's important to you, don't lose it again. I won't. The house was dark. My parents hadn't realized I was gone. Mr. Police Officer, are you hungry? Hungry? Yes, my father always tells me to be nice to people who are nice to me. My father bought me chocolate yesterday. I'll give it to you. Please wait here. Oh, don't worry about it. Always faithful, serving the people is my job as an officer. I don't need anything. But you don't want them to find out you're gone, right? Go inside. Okay, thank you. Such a nice police officer. Until that day, I always saw police officers as people who just walked around the city. It really changed my view of them. Just because he found her pendant was just lucky. I wanted to become an officer just like him. That's all. Did it sate your curiosity?
はい。ありがとうございました。
Ah, you're welcome. It's strange. We've been partnered for 2 years, yet I've never told you that story until now.
ええ、貴重な話を聞けてよかったです。
It's just an old memory, nothing precious. What do you mean old? You were 13, now you're 16, it's like 3 years ago. This, on the other hand, is precious.
それは先ほどの話の。
Yes, this is the pendant my mother gave me, the Tistella heirloom. I'm always careful to keep from losing it. Now, you've never told me why you became an officer either. Do you want to...
お待たせしました。
How did you...
お忘れ物のないようご注意ください。
There is
ご利用
something...
ありがとうござい
I'm
ました。
sure there's something more deep to Finn than we know. Because we kind of get always interrupted when we try to ask him about stuff. You heard it. You'll have to tell me another time.
はい、喜んで。と言っても大した話じゃないんですけどね。
In that case, I expect epic amounts of drama and lamentation. There was a flight of stairs which I walked down carefully. I didn't want to stumble. A damp smell permeated oh god, the air. These are the depths. Rusted machinery and uneven pillars surrounded us. Through the pillars I could see a plain, all grey and brown. Beyond the plain were buildings. What?
俺が想像していたのと全然違います。
You were thinking it would be more savage?
ええ、犯罪者が送られる先ですから、もっとこう牢屋みたいなところかと。
Same here, but this is all out in the open, not enclosed. This seems more like uncharted territory than a jail.
それはこの場所だけですよ。
Oh, hello. And you are?
ハウンズのリーダー。
Sachsen
ブランデンブルクです。ようこそ最果ての極へ。
I die. Just give them random German city names. Sachsen. Or, oh my god. Okay. Sachsen-Brandenburg. Berlin, München. Dortmund. Düsseldorf. Sachsen. His name is Sachsen.
ええ、新館員から視察者を案内しろという通達を受け、参上しました。
From the temple? I retrieved my letter and read through it again. Hounds, it doesn't mention that.
当然です。上界の上品な方々は知る必要のない組織ですので。我々ハウンズの主な仕事は、上界から送られた罪人の取り締まり、および管理、いわゆる看守役です。メンバーは私を含め全員が上界出身。警察
I think it's long established that GB is a
している
chicken.
部署の一つです。
I mean,
警戒は不要ですよ。
I see, but Sir Saxon presented a tidy exterior and showed no hostility. Still, something just... I couldn't pinpoint the cause of my unease, so I shook my head. I understand the nature of your organization, the Hounds, now. Still, we know nothing about this place. We will stay on alert. Anything might happen. Don't drop your guard, Finn.
わかりました。
勇ましいですね。女性ながら警察官になるだけのことはある。
Well, thanks, I guess. I may be a woman, huh? The condescension was nothing new for me, but it still made me square my shoulders and straighten my back. I don't know my name's Tistella, a rank 1 temple officer, a police officer. This is Finn Euclase, same rank. We have come here as part of our promotion examination. Thank you for being our guide.
ええ、では行きましょう。
Sir Saxon turned on his heel, setting off with quiet steps. Finn and I followed him side by side. We walked towards a large building, visible in the distance. I assumed it was our destination. Just a second. Okay. The depths. We're surrounded by a wall here, just like in the heights. Is that...
どうしました？
Behind us, in the wall there, isn't that an exit? I paused, pointing in the direction of the distant wall. It surrounded the city on all sides, except for the place that looked like an opening.
あれは視察と関係ありません。
Sus. What is it then?
あなたの任務には
Oh my god.
一切関係のない場所です。
Chill, bro.
この下界にはお嬢様には物珍しいものがたくさんあるでしょうが、任務でいらしたのであればつまらない興味は捨てることです。下級警察官殿。
Most of what he had said was reasonable. I don't like being addressed sarcastically like that, but he's right. Apologies, Sir Saxon. I let curiosity get the better of me. Finn was giving me an unreadable look, and I apologized to him as well. This is part of my duties. I have to focus on the mission. It took about an hour of walking to reach our destination. Why does this look like... Well, I'm not saying the name. It was a large building. It had been built in an oppressive architectural style and was the same shade as the dark clouds behind it. There was a large crest I didn't recognize emblazoned on it, which I assumed belonged to the hounds. I see, this must be where you keep the criminals. Sir Saxon laughed audibly.
これは収容施設ではなく、ハウンズの本部です。
Well, looks like a prison to me. Headquarters, apologies.
お気になさらず、華やかな新会員に勤められている警察官殿に罪人を取り込みした素晴らしいことを
Hi, Angry! Thanks for the raid! Welcome, 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 welcome! Welcome, raiders! Emily Lauder from Emma Glow, and we're doing some husbando hunting. New raid sound, yes! Hello, hello, hello! Hello, hello! Dum, 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 dum. Wait, let me drink something. What did you stream? Binding of Isaac? What is that? Hi, Angry! Hello, hello. Kinky. Yeah, right. Sounds kind of kinky. Binding of Isaac. It's like a BDSM kind of game. Answer. What? What? It's a very not sus game, which makes it sound more sus. Well, I don't know if this guy is romanceable. I guess we're gonna find out. I'm actually kind of confused about I think I'm still in the intro phase, you know? He was bound. Oh my god. Angry, not you too. But tell us about it. Tell us about it, Angry. Tell us about it. Hi, Frill! Sasuke in the weird sense, not in the naughty sense. Well, too bad. Too bad. There are not enough naughty games, to be honest. You know, there's like one otome game in being developed right now. It's called Touch Starved. It looks very interesting. I'm very, 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 very intrigued. Anyway. Let's move on with the game. I didn't say that. Sit. That's... I don't know what you do. This sounds odd, Valley. Do people eat touch? I don't know. Touch starved. You know, when you want to be touched, but you get to be touched because of reasons I don't know. Oh yeah, and all the love interests are all like kind of evil. So amazing. Like, pick your poison. I already wishlisted it on Steam. but it's gonna come out like next year. So, but actually next year isn't that so far? Isn't so far away anymore? So yay. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. We have to still meet our husbandos.
上階とは勝手が違いますが、この施設は上階の建造物を模しています。我ら底辺たる存在にも下界の者どもとは違うという誇りがありますので。まあ、先ほども申し上げた通り。
Look, Sachsen-Brandenburg is here. I just can't get over the name. This is such a Japanese thing to do when they kinda wanna have this severe kinda name. They will choose like just random German words. Also like in yeah, it's because it actually no one would have this name in Germany actually, right? So they just pick words and put them together. Oh god, Sachsen-Brandenburg, it's that's the best so far actually I've seen. Usually it's just some weird word combination, but this is just, it just took some German Bundesländer. We just take something that sounds German. I think they just took the map and they were like, dropped the finger like, oh, Sachsen and then Brandenburg. Passt schon. Well, tell me you're not German without them, you're not exactly. Oh god. Also, I like his whole uniform looks kinda, yeah.
中へ入る前に罪人の居住地へ案内します。ついてきてください。
I want to show you where the criminals live. Yeah, great. I want to see that. Look at this back thing. It's also like the Attack on Titan.
あの方、感じ悪いですね。俺たちのことをよく思っていないようです。
It's my fault. I insulted him and his comrades. Things are very different here to in the Heights. I need to take more care with how I speak.
ここが罪人の収容場所。通称保護地区です。
Sanctuary district? I considered Sir Saxon's words as I looked around. So is Saxon his first name or his last name? I'm confused.
そしてこの保護地区を囲む壁の外には下界の者どもが暮らす集落がありまして、彼らは上界の者を忌み嫌っています。
Walls like the one we saw from the station?
ええ、奴らは野蛮で大変手を焼いています。滅せられればいいのですが、虫のように多く。
But they refer to him as Mr. Saxon, and I think being polite, they would use his last name, right? So Brandenburg is his first name. I don't know.
ですから、こうやって罪人をここに集めて住まわせ、我々ハウンズが保護してやっているのです。罪深いとはいえど、元は上界の人間ですから。
Or they just impolitely call him by his first name? I don't know. I see. I'm very surprised to see no cells or prisons. I looked at the buildings around me. It was simply a decrepit village. The people weren't chained or shackled. There wasn't any restriction on their movements.
まるで小さな町ですね。罪人を自由にさせて危険などはないんですか？
ありませんね。奴らは脅威とは程遠い。
They're garbage.
もしも逆らうようなことがあっても、その時は。
We are the bad guys. I'm telling you, people. We are the bad guys.
この剣を持って処分する。
Oh.
ただそれだけのことです。
Sir Saxon put a hand on the hilt of his sword and gave us a wild grin. Dispose, huh? I ignored the cruel choice of words, looking around at the sanctuary district again. These buildings must be where they live. It didn't look like a livable area to me at all. The sky was the color of ash, everything was damp, and everything smelled. The people were emaciated and looked at me with heavy eyes. I know that I couldn't live here. There were no prison cells, but the prisoners were monitored and controlled.
引き返したいところですが、ついでですので、この先にある位置へ案内します。
Alright. Hmm? Something crashed into me. I turned and saw a boy sitting on the ground. He'd fallen on his rump. Are you alright, boy?
ごめんなさい。
He stole the pendant. He stole the pendant. I know it. I know it. I told him it was dangerous to be unaware of his surroundings and held out my hand. Be careful that it doesn't happen again.
ありがとう、お姉ちゃん。
The boy took my hand and stood up. Then he bowed and thanked me again.
驚いた。こんなに幼い子がいるなんて。
罪人らが作ったガキですよ。
Oh. Sir Saxon drew his sword and sliced the flesh of the boy. What? Sir Saxon?
上界の者に危害を加えた罰です。
Oh Jesus, we are the bad guys. We are the bad guys.
危害？ただぶつかっただけですよ。
I wasn't wounded. There's no injury. Please sheath your blade. You're bleeding. Are you okay? I took out my uniform's first aid kit and treated the boy's cut.
何をやっているんです。罪を犯した者は罰する。それが我々の仕事だという。
This didn't call for your sword. Besides, he's just a boy.
年齢など関係ありません。 罪人は厳しく、等しく取り締まるのが我々のしきたり。
Hi, Destroyer! Welcome.
ここではハウンズがルールです。
Hounds.
立てつくようなことはなさらないでください。下級警察官。
Oh my god. This is a visual novel. Otome game.
おいクソガキ。二度と走る。
ソイガキ。
その足も立ってやる。
What?
やだ。
What the fuck did I get into? Sir Saxon was their warden. If the law called for his punishment, then he was in the right. I still can't let this pass.
キルス。
おや、俺に剣。
Oh god. It's my job to protect the weak. I can't overlook this conduct.
言ったでしょ。ここではハウンズがルールだと。ご自分の立場というものを分かっていないようですね。
I understand it perfectly well. I serve the people of the Heights. I have no authority here. I'm following my own code of justice. It demands I protect the weak. If you stand in the way of that code, I will use my sword against you. Oh my god.
気を使ってへりくだってやったというのに、この俺に逆らうとはバカな女だ。
I'm a rebel. バカな
下
女。
級警察官殿に最後の忠告だ。
Oh god.
剣を収め、俺に従え。
I'm getting in trouble with Brandenburg.
ハウンズの仕事は遊びではない。歯向かう者に手加減はしない。俺の靴を舐める覚悟はできている。お嬢様。
I should ask you the same question. I won't be the one to lose. I gestured for the boy to leave, but didn't look away from Sir Saxon. You go home.
でも。
Just go.
ありがとう、お
I
姉ちゃん。
guess I cannot romance him. No Saxon love.
あの。
This is a duel. Stand back. Don't interfere no matter what, and don't distract him. Don't do anything that he could use as an excuse.
わかりました。ご武運を。
Are we dueling? Oh my god.
仲間とおしゃべりとは随分余裕があるようだな。ここでは俺に歯向かう者はいないからな。その体でせいぜい楽しませてくれ。
You sleazy little fuck. How am I going to go about this strategically? We stood at a distance from one another, swords drawn. I could see Sir Saxon's face beyond the tip of my blade. Carrying a sword meant that he had at least some skill with it. He also knew the environment better. I was at a disadvantage. Great. No, I shouldn't think like that. The quickest path to defeat was to doubt myself. I had to believe I could win. First, I have to find out how good he is. I'll go first. Sir Saxon lowered his blade to his chest and parried my attack without flinching. Sparks flew where the swords collided. I brought the sword around and used the momentum for another strike. Ha!
Amai!
Sir Saxon slammed my sword aside and raised his leg to kick me in the right flank where I was now open. Ow. I barely had time to lower my stance and block his leg with my right arm. It was an improvised defense, and the shock of his kick was severe. I grimaced. My right arm. My sword arm tingled with pain. My grip was faltering. Well, this is going well. Sir Saxon sensed my weakness and brought his sword down without hesitation. I think he's still kind of hot, but okay. Don't underestimate me. We barely started. I can slowly feel my arm again. I just need to calm down and react. Dang, we're pretty, right? We were redhead. I love that.
あいつらは逃げて逃げるしかない。どこまでも追いかけて捕まえ、そして
I can change him.
ハウンズに逆らう者はハウンズの方で裁かれる。どのような形で殺そうが自由だ。
Okay.
お前の相手をするよりずっと楽しいぞ。
But like losing an arm or something, that would suck. I didn't draw my sword to amuse you. I flexed my grip on my hilt and glared at Sir Saxon. I pity the hounds for having such a barbaric commander as you. And I pity you for only finding amusement in killing. Ha! Our swords clashed again and again. The tip of my sword grazed Sir Saxon's cheek and drew a trickle of blood. You wench! Sir Saxon's eyes flashed with rage. Our swords clashed again. We are practically in biting range of one another. Biting range? He's strong. He was pushing against my sword with all his might. It was difficult to maintain my footing. Do I move back or do I... The pressure suddenly disappeared. I caught a glint in the corner of my left eye. By the time I realized it was a short sword, the edge had already bitten into my left shoulder. The pain was incomparable to the kick I had taken earlier. Warm blood ran over my skin. I went down on one knee, startled by the pain. Shit.
Kirisu!
手出しはするなよ、デクノボ。この戦いに貴様は関係ないだろ。
Right, my knee, nice little uniform.
俺に歯向かったことを謝るのであれば慈悲をくれてやってもいい。ただし
He kicked my sword aside.
許す。
Ooh, oh no! No, we're not doing that. I underestimated you, it's true. Perhaps I'm not skilled enough to beat you either way. But I won't apologize. It would be against my code.
貴様
Sir Saxon raised his sword. Huh? What was that sound? I flinched. I'd never heard a noise like that before.
銃声。誰だ？誰が撃った？
Nobody answered. None of the residents dared to speak to him when he was in this state.
そこまでだ、ザックス。
サクス、サクス。
イネス。
イネス？
銃を撃ったのは貴様か？
イネス？The man Sir Saxon had called Ines shook his head.
いや、だが銃声に誘われここに来たのは事実だ。
Ines Heinrich Heine? This names, what is... What? Ines Heinrich Heine, yeah, I cannot. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus.
上階からは視察者と死闘をしろという通達はなかったはずだ。違うか？好きにさせろ。最初に剣を向けてきたのはこの女だ。それはならん。共に新官員に仕える者として罪人たちの前で剣を交えるのは問題だ。
Right. Sir Saxon reluctantly sheathed, I don't even know, his sword grumbling under his breath.
君も早く収めろ。
Okay. What should I do? Sir Saxon had put away his weapon, but still glared at me with murderous intent. I decided to trust the man who had convinced Sir Saxon to back off. Very well. I'm sorry, but who are you?
イネス・ハインリヒ・ハイン。パウンズの副リーダーを務めている。
Second in command? It makes sense that he convinced Sir Saxon to stop then, but... Sir Saxon and Sir Ines were of similar height and build, but the impression they make is completely different.
キルス、大丈夫ですか？急いで怪我の手当てをしないと。
負傷しているのか？腕の切り傷と。
打撲です。ここに医療施設はありますか？
Finn.
気にするなとは言わせません。あなたが思っている以上にひどい状態なんですから。
Finn took a handkerchief and deftly wrapped it around my left arm. He seemed to be correct. The handkerchief immediately turned red, which meant the wound was deeper than I thought.
パウンズ内の医療室へ案内しよう。ザックスは？不要だ。この程度怪我とは呼ばん。
Sir Saxon wiped at the graze on his cheek, turned on his heel and walked away. When he was gone, Sir Ines gave a sigh and looked at me.
では、我々も行こう。失礼します。
やあ、イネス君。と、そちらは？
上階からやってきた視察者の。
Ines looked at me expectantly. I realized he didn't know our names. Kirisu Tristella, this is Finn Euclase.
キルス君はザクス。ザクセンともめ負傷した。右腕に打ち傷、左肩に殺傷だ。見てくれるか？
もちろん。治療は医師としての務めですからね。私はグリッサード・ローゼライト。
Glissade Rose
パウンズ
Light.
施設内で医師として働いています。
This name is so good.
上階からのゲストであれば二度と会うことはないでしょうけど、よろしくお願いしますね。
Pleasure to meet you.
おや、不思議そうな顔をしてどうしました？
I do? Yes, both you and Ines are very different from Sir Saxon.
私は無力な医師ですから、彼のような凶暴さは持っていません。
グリッサードさん。
Glissado-san.
おっと、副リーダーの前で失言をしてしまいました。ですが、間違いではないはずです。ザクセン・ブランデンブルクはハウンズの頂点。目をつけた獲物はどこまでも追い。
It means glide in oh.
猟犬です。
And Rose Light. Oh Jesus. Oh, these names are terrible. A hound.
この保護地区では ザクセン君に逆らっては生きていけない。君はとんでもない相手に喧嘩をふっかけてしまったんですよ。
Wait, I want to know if I can romance Saxon. That would be interesting. Wait, the thing is, when I type in Sachsen Brandenburg, I will not find the game. Steam, prison, Sachsen. Okay. Is there one? I think there's not. Damn. That would have been interesting. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I thought I could because it would have been interesting, right? Wait. Let me check. Oh, come on. Just give me the roots. Come on! Steam prison roots here. Who can I... No, I cannot. Damn. Okay. It means I only met one romanceable character yet, and that's Finn. I don't know, Bald. I thought it would be interesting, okay? Just for science. It seems like it, but Sir Saxon was about to injure a child. I can't excuse an abuse of power like that.
なるほどな。そのまっすぐさ。いつか命取りにならなければいいのだが。
話は後でもできます。
Oh wait, and we can romance Heinrich Heine. Ines, Heinrich Heine. But yeah. Let's see what else comes.
おっと、失礼しました。さあ、こちらへ。先に切り傷から見ましょうか。
Important science. Glissade smiled and untied a handkerchief. I cannot get over that it's Glide. Okay, whatever. I took off half my coat to expose my arm. Thanks for the hydrate. Glissade made small noises of appraisal. What? No, Makina, I haven't. I haven't. You know you already have an up-and-coming marriage. Oh, right. I forgot about that one.
傷の具合どうですか？
鋭く切れているものの問題はないですよ。止血して1日経過すればきっと元通りです。
It should be back to normal in a day. See, it wasn't a big deal. Finn sighed with relief, and I lightly slapped his stomach with the back of my hand. Why do I slap his stomach? I don't like how you keep worrying too much. Just take them all. Yeah, if I could. This is not Baldur's Gate, okay? Then I would have gotten a transfusion.
しかし、
君は輸血を受け付けない体なのですか？
What? It does? But that's bad. Eh?
医師として興味深い話題ですね。聞かせていただいてもいいですか？
He just said it's interesting to me for science. Yes, but it's really nothing dramatic. I have Camellia! It's the corny! Corny! Thank you for the raid! Hello! Hello, I'm Berlin Lauder from Amberglow and I am Corny's senpai! We want apple. I'm allergic to apples, unfortunately. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Hello. We are trying to find a husband today, okay? Currently, we haven't been very successful, unfortunately. But we're working on it, okay? Hello, everyone. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. What did you play? Didn't you... Right, Honkai Star Rail. I haven't played in a while. I should also catch up. Hi, Cornelia. How you doing? Yeah, it's the corny. Yeah, I'm getting married. I'm actually already engaged in the game. Bonkai? Interesting. There's a new update soon. Maybe I'm waiting for the update. Or should I... Is there something I have to finish before the new update comes? Bonkai. We're bonking. Stop it. I'm doing good. Like, I'm trying to find a new husband, you know, as you do. And so far, I was told to lick someone's boots. And I almost got killed. So, it's going great. Going great. Husband, yeah. A game where she wins already in the start. Right. I'm already engaged. But he's kind of boring, so I'm trying my luck somewhere else. Anyway, let's move on. Otherwise, we don't find any husbands. So, we just found out I have unusual blood. I see something suspicious here, you know? I have unusual blood. One transfusion gives me no troubles, but a second one is potentially fatal. Why? Why am I dying when I get blood? Yes, I'm told that antibodies from after the first transfusion... okay, so I have like a blood type negative, probably. Like a negative blood type. O negative or something like that. I think that happens when you have a negative. Like, the first transfusion will be like okay-ish, and then the second one, your body will reject it. It's like when you're pregnant and your child is has a positive blood type and you're negative. The first pregnancy will be fine, but the second one can be a problem, or will be a problem, I think. Yeah. I think she has that. I don't know how it works exactly, and I've never had a transfusion, so I don't know if it's true.
治療が原因で死ぬというのか。それは大変だな。
Is it? A wound serious enough to need a transfusion would be mortal danger anyway, wouldn't it? Besides, as I said, I've avoided them so far, so there's no cause for concern. You needn't worry about me. Finn is being fussy. I shrugged and smiled at Finn.
そんな。
パートナーを気遣うのは当然のことだ。
It's normal to be worried for... Yeah, I know. You too, Sir Ines. Ines Heinrich Heine. Oh, actually, the names in these games are amazing. We have Sir Ines Heinrich Heine, and we have someone called Sachsen-Brandenburg. Great names.
気遣わせたくなければ負傷しなければいい。
That's Ines.
違うか?
Yes, that's true. Sir Saxon is strong, but if the fight had gone differently, I think I could have won. If I duel him again, I'll...
そうではなく、自分が言いたいのは無茶な行動を慎めということだ。
Oh, I see.
正義を信じ、剣を振るうのは結構なことだ。だが、思うがまま突き進んでは、
The thing is, you can just do a simple research, you know? Just do a Google search. Look for German names, you know? Typical German names. You will find it. It's easy these days, you know?
パートナーを悲しませたくないだろう。
That's true, I suppose. I'm sorry, Finn.
キルス、分かっていただけて嬉しいです。
Hans? We don't have any Hans yet. We have Ines Heinrich Heine. Yeah, Hans would be good, but we get Ines. Ines Heinrich Heine and Sachsen-Brandenburg, okay? But it's not just Heinrich. Heinrich Heine would be okay, but it's Ines Heinrich Heine. And we have Sachsen-Brandenburg is the best. I mean, it's amazing. I'll be a little oh my god. I'll be a little more careful from now on.
少しですか。頼みますよ、本当。
君は勇ましいお嬢さんなのですね。
And his name is Glissade
治
Rosamund.
療は終わりです。
Cannot. Thank you.
破れた服のままでは嫌だろう。着替えを用意しよう。
His first name is Ines. Ines! No, that won't be necessary. My overcoat is in good shape and one has to look closely to see the damage to the uniform. No, not von Sachsenburg. His name is Sachsen-Brandenburg. Why did we bonk Cornelia? What happened? I'm not mean. I'm just a little bit mean.
わかった。
Well, Brandenburg told me to lick his boots, so I mean,
そろそろ駅へ
he
向か
got
う
it
べきだろ
coming.
う。
Why did you bonk Cornelia? She didn't do anything. And he was bald, not chibi, I think. Didn't bald? Why did you... Bald. What? Why did you delete it? Oh my god. You made her disappear.
構わない。下界へ来て保護地区の状況をその目で見て、ハウンズから許可
My
証に
poor
サインをもらう。
Kohai.
それで視察は終わりだ。
She needs the bully? Like you, Chibi. You speak from experience. Right, only I bonk Cornelia, okay? Thank you for the follow! I'm kind of distracted now.
そうなんですか。なんというか、あっけないですね。
I don't know how Chibi always
中級
kind
警
of
察官
gets
試験での視察は儀式でしかないからな。
gets to be mod of the
ザッ
most
クスがいない
sussy
今
people.
自分が代理で行う。許可証を。
Must be something in his personality, maybe. Danny say so? But say so doesn't mean she's not sus. Danica is a different kind of sus, you know? Like she will eat you alive. Oh, I have no idea what's happening actually in the game right now. Thank you! We handed our permits, which he signed with a pen from one of his uniform pockets.
これでいい。では、
So did we
君たちを見
pass?
送ろう。行くぞ。
Thank you for the follow, Halfway Motto. Just have cats and you have leverage over Danny. So I have leverage over Danica. That's good. Thank you, Glissade. Thank you for the treatment. Hello, hello. There. There. Okay, I call you there. That's easier. You're gonna buy a cat now, Chibi? It's about time you get a cat. But you have to get 2. You cannot just get 1 cat. Most common. Okay, there. There's good. I can remember that.
ええ、お大事に。
Don't grin at me creepily like that, Glissade, Rosalite.
なかなか見かけない。興味深いお嬢さんで
Well,
したね。
that's not weird to say at all.
いつかまたお目にかかりたいものです。
Wait, he's not saying this to me directly, he's saying this to himself. That's even more creepy. It was dark by the time we reached the station. I saw the sanctuary district in the distance, and beyond it the settlements of those native to the depths. And I don't know why we were there now, and what was the purpose of our visit now? I looked around, burning a scenery I didn't expect to see again into my memory. Thank you for your help today, Sir Enos.
ザクスが迷惑をかけてすまなかったな。
Abrasive, yeah, you
警戒
can
の
call
視
it
察は
that.
任務の一環に過ぎないが、ここへ来て何か得たものはあったか？
Where are you going, Chibi? You're gonna get the cats now? Two cats. Something I can take away. How about chicken nuggets? That I have to be stronger. What about you? What? Okay, let me save. I feel like this is our kind of not good choices. Yes. Quick save. That I have to be stronger. I need to be stronger. Words don't mean much in the end. Deeds need to back them up. I want to be strong enough to make sure that my beliefs can persevere?
いくらでも強くなれる。無茶をせず、段階を踏んで進むことだ。
I will, thank you. Eat something good, Cornelia. Thank you for the raid again. Boy boy.
今日はゆっくりと休むことだ。二人ともご苦労だった。
Oh, I just realized we're in this. Oh, something bad is gonna happen. We will, thank you. We saluted Sir Enos and boarded the lift. He kept an eye on us until the doors were completely closed. We were back inside the lift. Compared to our journey down, I felt much more relaxed. Probably because we're on our way back to the heights. I let out a sigh of relief, happy that I was returning in one piece. Well, I guess the injury means I'm not entirely in one piece. The cut in my shoulder was no big deal, but the cut in the uniform was a problem. I can lie about my flesh, but the fabric? Mother will be horrified when she finds out. I haven't sewn anything since school. I hope I don't mess it up. Maybe I could ask Finn to do it. He might be better than I am. He's my mate. Hey Finn, can you sew?
すみません。
Do you say sew or sew? Sew, right? Actually, it's sew, not sue. You're not good at it? Finn, sitting across, looked at me quizzically. I was at a loss. Are we misunderstanding each other?
裁縫とは。
Oh, he must have misunderstood me after all. Look, my clothes are ripped, right? I showed him my uniform. I'm not good at sewing. I was thinking about asking you if you were decent at it.
ああ、そういうことでしたか。人並み程度にはできますけど、制服の修繕はプロに頼んだ方がいいですよ。新会員の備品管理事務所に相談しては。
I have complaints your opponents cheated during... Yeah, right? You're right, there's no reason to fix it myself. Thanks, Finn. Why didn't I think about that myself? Why were you apologizing?
俺はその何もできなかっ
But
た
it
こと
was a
に対して
duel.
です
You were not supposed to do anything. Didn't do anything?
はい。あなたが負傷し、血まで流したというのに、あなたがブランデンブルクさんと戦っている間、
Brandenburg.
俺は何もできなかった。それがとても悔しくて、情
Aww.
けない。本当にすみません。
Finn, don't bow to me. You did everything right. If we'd both fought, maybe I wouldn't have been hurt. Maybe we would have won. But it wasn't a battle of 2 on 1. It was a duel. Nobody but me and Sir Saxon could fight it. You respected my wishes. That's all I wanted. Hanging back takes courage too.
守るとか勇気とか違うんです。
Oh, shut up, Finn.
体が全く動かなかった。体験したところで抜かなくては。
It was a
振るわなくては
duel.
意味が。
Next time then. Next time I'm in trouble, you can fight with me, okay?
はい。
It
その
will
時は
happen.
必ずこの剣であなたを守ってみせます。
Hi, hi. Thanks, Finn. I was happy that Finn was smiling again. Sir Ines was right. I don't want to make my partner sad. I was really happy to have Finn as my partner. I don't want to make him sad or have him worry. I have to change my behavior for that. Stopping in to see management before heading home has made me rather late, hasn't it? I hope my parents aren't too worried. I bid goodnight to Finn and opened the door. I'm home.
キルス、やっと戻ってきたのね。
Mother? I looked at my frazzled mother in surprise and nodded. I'm sorry if you were worried. My work took longer than I thought.
そうよ。本当に心配で。私。
Eh? My mother, still far from calm, began to pace back and forth. This is odd. They've never been this upset before. I looked curiously at the clock on the wall. It's late, but not midnight. There had been times when it had been even later and they'd been exasperated, but they'd never been upset before. Mother is something...
ようやく帰ってきたのか。
Eh? Father.
少し前、新館員からお前の結婚取り消しの通知が届いたんだ。
え？
仕事先で何かあったのか？
Eh? Called off? I thought of my duel with Sir Saxon. That was in the depths. It's unrelated. Trying to think of any way that the duel could be the reason, I shook my head. No.
結婚の取り消しなんて聞いたことがないわ。
Uh-oh.
一体どうして？だけど、
Mother, please calm down.
落ち着いてなんていられないわ。あなたはどうして冷静でいられるの？
What the hell happened? Well, the government decided my marriage. Perhaps they had reason to decide against it?
事情って何？どういうこと？
I don't know. I go to the temple first thing tomorrow and ask. Please calm down.
お前もな。こんなに遅くまで仕事をしていたんだ。疲れただろう。ゆっくり休みなさい。
My father took pity on me. I don't want to leave my mother alone in this state, but my father will be with her. Good night, mother, father. I see you tomorrow. Dum dum dum. I'm dead tired. I placed my sword against the wall and took off my overcoat. Then I began to untie my outer garment. It was a replacement with my own uniform handed in for mending. The buttons were in slightly different places, making my movements clumsy. I was relieved to finally get into my night clothes. Way too much happened today. It had been my first time to the depths. It was a crude world compared to the heights. I thought about the criminals that lived there and their overseers, the hounds. I would have liked to talk to my parents about it, but it wasn't the right time. My marriage, long in the process of planning, had been abruptly called off. I'm not as upset as my mother, but I assumed the reason it wasn't hitting me as hard as it was her was my long-standing antipathy about it. That said, we can't really ignore it. My mother was right. Mid-tier nobility like my family had to maintain certain appearances. If word got out that our union with the Fitzgerald family was not to be, the shame might drive my mother to shut herself up in the house. Oh God. At the very least, we need to find out why. I A reason my mother and the world could accept, and that I could too. Tomorrow will be hell again. I wriggled down into bed and took a deep breath. After only a few inhales and exhales, I already felt like I was dissolving into the soft linen. My mind was weary. Good night. Dun dun dun. Something is happening. What was that sound? It was too loud to be a figment of my imagination. I need to go check. The house is very dark at night, and as quiet as always. Right now the silence feels ominous. I prayed nothing out of the ordinary would happen as I checked the rooms. Oh my god, don't jump scare me. I saw light seeping out from under a door into the hallway. The parlor, is someone in there? I opened the door and stepped inside. I looked around the parlor. There was nobody there. Did someone forget to turn off the lights? I hadn't found the origin of the loud sound, but I hadn't found anything unusual either. I suppose I must have There was a knife lying at my feet. Why is this here? I picked it up. And I'm out. Oh, I didn't kill them. My mother and I had gone out shopping, and on the way home I broke the news. What news? Oh, it's a flashback. Of course, mother. I want to be a police officer. I want to protect the weak.
お父様と同じ政治家であっても弱き者は助けられるでしょ?
That's true, but I don't like sitting around. I don't think I would be a good politician. So I want to be a police officer.
キルス。厳しい採用試験を合格したとしても昇格にも試験があると聞くわ。力仕事でしょうし怪我をすることも多いでしょう。あなたの体のことを考えれば警察官なんてなってほしくないわ。
That's true. It's probably not a good idea given my blood. But despite that, I still want to be a police officer. I don't want my blood to stop me. What's with the blood? I'll take precautions to avoid truly serious injury, please.
私は小さな怪我だってごめんです。でも、あなたは頑固ですもの。私なんかの説得は無意味でしょうね。
Exactly. Does it mean I have your blessing?
いいえ。子供の幸せを望むのが親の務め。真剣になりたいと願うのなら、数々の苦難があるでしょう。それでも諦めずに乗り越えなさい。
I will. I'll never do anything to shame the Stella family name. I will work hard to become a police officer that you and father can be proud of. Now what? Darkness. At first there was nothing but a starless black void. Then I began to come back to my senses, starting with smell. I could smell dust. I could smell perfume. And a moment later, my sense of touch returned. My fingers were drenched in warm liquid. As I flexed my knuckles, I came to an important realization. I existed. I was alive. I'm at home. My vision blurred every time I took a breath. It was hard to focus on anything. There was a stinging pain on the back of my head. But at least I had to get up. I took 2 deep breaths and pushed myself up. Ow, my head. The back of my skull ached. What on earth? But blood. There was a large pool of blood on the floor. In the middle of it, I saw my mother and my father. Why? Both had gory wounds on their necks and lines of drool running from their mouths. Their wide eyes were sightless and unblinking. I didn't have to check for vital signs to know that they were dead. But why? Who? Why? For what? Questions overwhelmed my thoughts like a noisy crowd. My heart began to race. What? I looked up and saw myself in the mirror. I was clutching a blood-stained knife. I dropped the knife in shock. It made a light clank on the blood-drenched floor. What is this? Who did this? Who? I was the one holding the knife. Therefore, the one who mother and father is me? A knock at the front door made me jump. We had a visitor. Oh, great. Isn't it the middle of the night? My heart felt like it was about to explode. I was having trouble breathing. It was like there was a heavy weight pressing on my chest. Who?
Who
is that? That voice.
Finn.
Oh, thank the heavens it's Finn. Stay calm. Come in and I'll explain. Just come in, will you? Why is he there in the middle of the night? I still don't really have any idea what's going on, but now Finn's here. What should I do next? Was it a mistake to let him inside? I couldn't ignore what had happened. Yeah, sure. Finn came to walk with me to the temple every day. Not telling him about what had happened to my parents would seem suspicious to anyone. No, this isn't... I started to reach out, trying to calm Finn's confusion. Then I realized my hand was covered in blood. I hid it behind my back instead. Don't worry, I'm fine. No, I'm not fine. But this isn't my blood. I'm not hurt. I couldn't bring myself to say it. I turned to look at the scene on the floor again. When Finn saw the lifeless bodies of my parents, all the color drained from his face. It's quite creepy, yeah. I don't know what's going on. I wanted to believe that all this was some kind of sick prank designed to shock me. Mother and father are dead. They won't laugh with me anymore. They won't call my name again. Finn paced the floor erratically, his whole manner one of obvious distress. But at least I wasn't alone now. Having someone there with me helped me regain my composure. Who would do this? It's possible that the killer was me. No, I don't think so. I'd like to hope that it wasn't. I wanted to be sure, but couldn't be. The uncertainty had my stomach in knots. I had no memory of killing them. They were already dead when I woke up. However, I had clearly been the one with the knife. Yes, right. I closed my eyes, concentrating on the things I knew for certain. I was very tired yesterday, so I went to bed soon after coming home. In the night, a loud sound woke me. I couldn't ignore it and got up to search the house. Nothing was out of the ordinary except one detail. I saw light seeping out into the dark hallway from one of the rooms. Assuming my parents were inside, I went in. But there was nobody there, and then I lost consciousness. When I came to, it was morning. I was holding this knife. My mother and my father were lying on the floor, dead. Finn hadn't moved a muscle throughout my account, listening in silence. That's all, I added helplessly, even though it seemed obvious. Do you see the knife? I was carrying that. It appears that my parents were stabbed. I'm the most obvious suspect.
違う。
Finn's refusal was strong and clear.
違います。あなたがご両親を殺すはずがありません。そのままじっとしていてください。
Finn pressed his fingertips against the back of my head. Ouch!
あ、すみません。ですがほら、痛みを感じたんでしょう。何者かに殴られ、あなたは気絶した。ご両親が死んだのはきっとその後です。間違いない。あなたは無実です。
Finn. I had no memory of attacking my parents, but the facts of the situation made me the most reasonable suspect under ordinary circumstances. Finn's faith in me had dispelled my own doubt about whether I was guilty or not. I can't be. I realized that I was beginning to tear up. I berated myself that this was no time to lose my steadfast self-control. No, now isn't the time to cry. I'll have enough time later. I took a deep breath to help me order my thoughts. Who would do this?
俺には分かりません。でも、良くない状況だということは分かります。世間に知れれば、真っ先に疑われるのはあなただ。
I'll tell Sir Cordua the truth. My words startled Finn. You're right, this is a bad situation for me, but the more I try to hide, the worse it will become. I want to go to him and tell him the truth. That's the best solution, I think.
そうですか。わかりました。
You can go home if you want. I'll go to Sir Cordua.
いえ、俺も付き添います。
Do they just leave the bodies there, like... Finn.
俺たちはパートナーですよ。大事な時です。一緒にいさせてください。
Thank you. Thank you for being there for me. Mother and father are dead. They won't come back. But Finn was still there. He said he believed in me. His kindness knocked the wind out of my sails, and the tears I'd held back before returned, almost overwhelming me.
Kirsu.
No, don't come closer. Finn stepped forward to comfort me, but I stopped him. You shouldn't get any blood on your uniform. I'm strong. I'll be okay. I'll change into my uniform. Please wait outside.
わかりました。
What kind of police people are they? Like, they're gonna destroy evidence like that.
どんな時でも、俺はあなたの味方です。
Thank you, Finn.
君が今言ったことは全部
Yes, I would not joke about the death of my parents.
ああ、そうだな。しかし、一体誰が
Their bodies are still just laying there. I mean, are we not... That bothers me so much. I watch a lot of true crime, so this is kind of like... This is not how this is done. No, nobody. My father and my mother were both well-liked. He's a politician. Of course there's someone who hates him. As a politician, he no doubt had enemies, right? At the very least, I don't know of anybody who bore ill will towards them.
そうか。
コルドワ殿、キルスはどうなりますか？
どうだろうな。ティスティラ君の父君は政治家。複雑な事情がありそうだ。
Yeah, so far there's not much romance, to be honest.
早速、捜査を依頼するとしよう。関係者であるティスティラ君は新会員から出ないでくれ。
I cannot be part of the investigation. I can be investigated, but I cannot be part of the investigation because I'm not impartial. Understood.
ユークレス君は
俺は彼女のそばについています。
わかった。気を強く持つことだ、ティスティラ君。
Yes, I know. This is the only possible course of action, but I feel uneasy. No matter what I did, I couldn't change the fact that my parents were dead. Gone from me forever. Everything reminded me of that. But this is for the best. Eh? Attempting to hide this, I cannot talk anymore, would have done nothing except make me the prime suspect. This was the best choice.
礼拝堂へ行きませんか?
The chapel?
ご両親に祈りを捧げるために。祈ったところで何かが変わるわけではありませんが。
Finn looked away and mumbled a dejected apology. Yes, I'll do that. But if I'm alone right now, I think I go insane. Will you come with me, Finn?
はい、喜んで。ここはいつ来ても静かですね。
Yes, there's nobody here but us. The chapel was part of the temple, a place to offer devotion to the holy Yune. We approached the icon of our faith and said our prayers, then sat down on one of the pews. Finn sat beside me. The only sound I could hear in the quiet was our breathing. Father, Mother. I'd known that they were mortal and that someday their lives would end. I just didn't expect it to happen so early in my own life. Was there some way I could have saved them? I tried to think of anything I might have done for them, but drew a blank. The stab wounds were deep. It must have been very painful. May they at least rest peacefully in the world beyond. I looked at the ceiling. My breathing was steady.
当分は結婚どころじゃなくなりそうですね。
Oh, the marriage that was called off. Huh?
突然すみません。ここは結婚式を挙げる場所でもあるので、ふとキルスの結婚のことを思い出したんです。ドレスの試着が終わって、遠くない未来、ここで結婚式を挙げていたのに、残念ですね。
Well, the marriage was called off yesterday either way.
亡くなったって、どうしてですか?
I don't know. My parents told me when I got home. They didn't know why. They were pretty disappointed about it, though. I wasn't as depressed over it as they were. I never wanted the marriage very much in the first place. Perhaps I was even a little relieved that it was cancelled. I was going to come to the temple first thing in the morning to ask why. We talked about it before I went to bed. That was my last conversation with them. I wish I could go back to the past. Losing them this way was horrible. We never even had a proper goodbye. All they'd ever done was support me, and I'd never had a chance to return that favor. And now I never could. What's going to happen to me now, I wonder? I had no idea. I felt like a vast darkness was engulfing me.
大丈夫ですよ。
Finn placed his hand on mine. Finn.
言ったでしょ。俺はあなたの味方です。誰が何と言おうと、あなたを信じます。
Thanks. I took his hand and laid my head on his shoulder. I'm a little tired. Can I rest here for a minute?
お好きにどうぞ。寝ても構いません。
This is kind of sus. I don't know what is happening. Thank you, Finn. Oh no, I'm scared. I'm glad I found the pendant. What? They won't find me if I sneak back to my room. Oh, it's another flashback.
キルス、こんな時間にどこへ行っていたの?
Mother.
夜の外出は危険だと前に教えたでしょ?
I'm sorry.
無事だったからよかったものの、あなたはティステラ家の一人娘なのよ。もう少し自覚を。
そこまでにしなさい、ミスティ。キルスが萎縮してしまってるじゃないか。
あなた。
何か理由があって外へ行ったんだろう。違うかい?
My father's kind voice calmed me down and I nodded. I lost the pendant Mother gave me. I went to find it. I found it. Look. I turned towards my mother and apologized again.
何事もなく戻ってきてよかったよ。ペンダ。
My father embraced me. His facial hair tickled against my cheek. What's this pitiful mustache?
父さんも母さんも心配するのは
Aww.
お前がとても大事だからだよ。
I love you too, both of you.
ああ、父さんもキルスが大好きだよ。
Ah, shut up. You're all dead.
見つけたぞ。
Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm getting arrested, I'm telling you. Footsteps echoed through the chapel. Finn and I barely had a chance to stand before they had us surrounded. What is this? I didn't understand what was going on. I looked around, confused by the hostile glares being aimed at us.
キーフ・ティステラおよびミスティ・ティステラ殺害犯として。
I'm under arrest?
そんな何かの間違いだ。彼女はやっていない。
黙れ下級警察官。こちらには揺るぎない証拠が複数ある。公務執行を妨害するならば資格を剥奪するぞ。
It's okay, Finn. Let's follow their orders. I don't want you to lose your job because of me.
でも
Finn, you said you trust me. You really meant that, didn't you?
はい、もちろんです。
Then I accept my fate. If there's someone who believes me, I can accept it.
ですが、やってもいない罪を着せられるなんて不条理です。
I know, but I can't fight my way out of this. No matter what they say, I'm innocent. I'll never confess to killing my parents. Thank you for coming there. See you. Bye bye. Have a nice evening or day.
わかりました。俺。
行くぞ。さっさと来い。
Don't, I'm getting arrested. Not exactly kidnapping, but well. An officer stepped between us, making it impossible for me to take Finn's outstretched hand. The man marched me away from Finn, their expressions watchful and wary. I turned as we reached the chapel door.
キルス。
Finn's expression was devastated as he looked at me.
指示があるまでここにいろ。騒ぐんじゃないぞ。いいな。
There's still just one Tallacy. Oh, actually, I like this Heinrich Heine guy. He's also a husbando prospect, but I am not interested. I'm getting arrested right now for so. I know that. I murmured the words quietly to myself as I listened to the sound of receding footsteps. What do you mean again? Oh yeah, kinda on the last game I also got arrested. Blah, blah, blah. They forced me to change into different clothes and put me in one of the holding cells. I've put so many criminals in here and know everything about this place. Even if I scream, nobody will be able to hear it. You look yeah, I know, because now the story is actually starting! Because if I'm a criminal, I'm also meeting criminals. Yes. Oh god. I have to drink. The holding cells were designed to contain criminals and suspects. Taking criminals to these cells was part of my job as rank 1 police officer. I didn't know much about what happened to them afterwards. I'm telling you, I'm getting sent to the depths, and I will be probably under Sachsen-Brandenburg's watch or something. It's gonna be interesting. I never dreamt that I'd end up here myself. I laughed in disbelief at my misfortune. But I'm not dreaming. Dreaming. Oh god, I cannot talk. The cold walls, the sparse furnishings, the crime I was accused of, none of this was a dream. It would be nice if it was. No, that wouldn't be a nice dream to be. My vision became blurry and my eyelids itched. Why? My throat and my nose hurt, but not as much as my heart. My Kokoro. Whether I'd killed them or not would be discovered eventually. But either way, my parents were dead. That was never going to change. My parents were never coming back. I knew they would die one day, but I never thought it'd be gone so soon. I wondered if I'd been a good daughter to them. All I'd ever done was worry them or give them extra work to do. I can't even ask them now. I told myself I had to be strong, but just look at me now. My tears refused to be held back any longer. I just want to see them one more time just to say thank you. I kept thinking about what Finn had said. This isn't right. No, it wasn't right. My father, my mother, myself, none of us deserved this. What unknown enemy could deal us such cruelty? I didn't know. I didn't see the faintest ray of hope. Even so, I need to be strong and live. Even if I didn't know how much more I might be forced to endure, I was alive. My father and my mother were both dead, but I cannot even say my name. Kyurusu. Just tell I was alive. And as long as I was alive, I could find out what had really happened. I couldn't resurrect the dead, but I could avenge this atrocity. Oh my god. This chaos will not swallow me ever. I will survive. I will survive. The day of the case.
キルス・ティステラ、起きろ。立て。お前を今から下界へ
I
移
knew
送
it.
する。
Oh shit. And this is actually where I have to wrap it up for today. Just when the story is getting started. Wait, I have to save. Let me actually save. 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 No. Yeah, I actually have to because I have to work tomorrow. I'm so sorry. It's not my fault that the story starts after 3 hours. It's not my fault. Ah. Yeah, the suspense. Suspense. I didn't even meet any husband yet. I was like only Finn and this one Heinrich Heine guy. There are 2 possible romances. So you need to yeah, I'm gonna continue this. I really like the game so far, to be honest. I like the it's very good actually. It's such a cliffhanger, right? Don't hate me. Hate the story, not me. It's not my fault. I'm not! But I thought this is actually a good way to stop because it's like a start on a new chapter, right? The start of a new chapter, so it's a good way to stop here, right? That's it. That's why. I'm nice, okay? I'm nice. I'll be back. Yeah, I actually have to schedule a stream. I actually have an otome game stream scheduled for next week, so we will continue. Oh wait, I'm stuck. Oh no, I'm not. Okay. Let me... Where's my browser? Here we go. No, that's the wrong one. I'm enjoying your suffering, yes. I mean, no. No, I'm nice. I'm super nice. Oh, wait, where am I? Creator dashboard. Get ready to raid. Wait, where am I? I'm not prepared for raiding, so here we go. We're gonna raid. Wait, who is online now still? Let's go Twitch. Okay, Okay, who do we have here? Oh, Onirin. No, of course. Good idea. No, Onirin is oh, Mikantina is sick. No, let's go for Onirin. She is playing a Lies of Pi. Lies of Pi. Wait. Onirin. There we go. Let's go. Let's go, Rit. Are you ready? Are you ready? Thank you for coming, everybody. I really miss playing otome games, actually. I love it. And this is a really good story. Okay, let's go. See you next time. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.